I think this is actually pretty much a mirror comp.
Yeah, very
because
mirror.
both guilds run Dragon Hunter and Soul Beast. And there's not much
Would you
room
think
for
we'd
other
see
things. I
like
think
both guilds
XP,
maybe focus that player? Like, given that Dragon Hunter very squishy and the mobility on some skills does not work out well, and do you think that could become a target for both guilds, or do you think one guild might try to even use that Dragon Hunter to bait maybe the other guild into trying to push that and then catch them? A lot of things can come into consideration here, so.
I think it depends. Sometimes targets just kind of present themselves, and you just train them based on that situation, right? You just go for them once they like sort of are in a bad position, and you can go for it. Other times you might say, okay, we actually really want to deal with this Dragon Hunter, put him under pressure, make sure that he cannot really get into the game, so we have a bit easier time to, I don't know, push into them, or maybe have a chance to pick him off and get him out of the fight, so we don't have to worry about the traps anymore. Things like that definitely can come into play, but I feel most of the time targets are selected based on opportunity rather than going for a specific class.
Well, as they get ready as much as possible. Of course, we are 3 minutes over when we're supposed to start. But of course, again, it is the final 2 matches of this tournament. 1 month leads to this right now. So definitely we'll see how this plays out.
Actually, we are in the time frame that we should be starting the match, so let's maybe get some confirmation that we are about to start.
That's actually a lot of people here.
And we are about to start very soon.
Right, there we go. I believe almost getting ready here. Yeah, actually, yeah, they're going to go. All right, so I'll make a quick bet. Given that this is home advantage right now on the EU side, instead of a clear winner, do you want to do how many rounds does the losing team take? Like, do they take, do they win 0 rounds, or should we just do who will win?
Yeah,
trying to spice it up.
You can say something like the losing guild will win more than 1 round. Okay, looks like we are getting confirmation that we are starting soon. Timers have been sent to the admins. So we will be starting now any moment. Most likely in the next 30 seconds we will have the start of the GVG finals.
Here we go. All roads has finally led to this. XV versus RQM right now, about to take place. First of 2 games right now. XV with the home advantage. Will RQM beat them at their own play right now, or will XV dominate the first game? We will see. And then right after this, we head over to NA. But right now, the focus is on this game. And they are about to go head to head. The timers are almost up. The guilds are getting ready. The stealths are enabled. And here we go.
Reveals are on RKM now. RKM is in vision, and so is XV, I believe. No, actually still stealthing now, going for the stealth engage. Bubble comes out from RKM. XV saving their first bubble now.
Ooh.
Choosing to go defensively.
Actually,
Here we go, first bubble
big
now, landing
focus
actually
right
really
now.
good bubble, catching multiple players.
And it actually does change them a little bit. XV is not closing up on the pressure there. Now they finally catch their own bubble here, and they try to knock RQM out here, and multiple downs here, and the stealth does come up, but the Chronomancer looks like that will be cleaved out there.
Reaper did go down as well on the side. Might still be a target for RKM to go for. He's still very low and actually does go down again. Let's see if he does get finished off now. Illusion comes through, so he'll be fine.
Oh,
No, it does
but
get cleaved out again.
quickly killed
he's
and taken out. Now RQM takes the kill.
RKM still down players, but that kill might be important later into the round, of course. Still very far behind. The Soul Beast does get finished off. XP with a very solid grasp on the round now. Being up multiple players here. Need to be very careful not to lose more players here. That could be costly.
And it looks
They
like
do lose-
RQM is slowly a bit going down. Of course, the own Soul Beast gets cleaved out here, and looks like they are going to retreat a little bit here, and looks like they are about to engage one more time again as they go through that. RQM still a little bit down here on the side of this game, and XV manages to cleave out another kill right there, another one down right there. That is the Chronomancer manages to get out, but they are still in the bubble, and that finishes them off here. And now XV has taken this round here as they catch multiple more players of RQM, and they look to take out the Scrapper next here, and it might be called over soon if there's nothing else. And yes, they do call it. Too many players down from RQM gives them the advantage. They win the first round, and RQM is down now.
Yeah, important to note is that XV lost 2 players in that fight. So there's going to be a kill score of 2 going in favor of RKM here. And that might be important for the winning, determining the winner in the end. In the case that both guilds draw from doing the best of 5s. Of course, that's not necessarily a scenario that they are taking into account when they are fighting, but it might matter at some point. So 2 kills in favor for RKM, definitely not too bad for them.
Yeah, again, if the rounds do go to a draw, at least in one of the rounds they have, you know, and again, it's like, even if you lose the round, you want to try and get as many kills off the enemy team as possible.
XV so far choosing to go for a more or less neutral engage. Even though they got the reveal on RKM, they did not want to commit the bubble for the first fight. This might be something that they experienced in earlier scrims against RKM. Sometimes certain engage strategies work better against certain guilds than other guilds. In this case, they are going for a neutral engage, trying to bait the first cooldowns of RKM and then win the round later when they have the cooldown advantage and try to get control over the fight.
All right, here we go. Oh, I believe the overlay did not get... It is updated, but I forgot to do this one. Because it was on the split screen, so I had to transition it. There we go. Overlay is already done. XV with the first round. And you have to imagine, I mean, this does not bode well. Very competitive, though, round, as you've seen. So if RKM can play like this at this ping, I think it bodes well for them. They should be able to take 1 or 2 rounds over on the EU side, and that's what they need, right? They need as much advantage going into the NA game later on. XV does managed to find them here as the reveal came through.
early pick.
And the first player downed here, and looks like they're going to try, and they continue the pressure, and that Renegade is far from their teammates, and they managed to cleave out the Renegade.
Another downset here. This could finish off as well. So 2 kill advantage now in favor of XV. Very aggressive early start. They used both bubbles, I think, for this though. So maybe RKM has a way back into the fight. This Firebrand a little bit under pressure here. Might go for that target, but instead XV choosing to disengage a little bit, as the pressure of RKM is good enough. One downset for XV does get res up
bubble
quite
that
easily.
they catch a bit okay actually, manages to momentarily like get one of the players. The Spellbreaker was a little caught in a bubble, but it doesn't seem like the damage was there for them to push anything, as their Firebrand is down and the cleave is just too strong, losing multiple players here, and that's their Dragon Hunter in play here. And now that is 3 kills in favor of XV right now, and RKM is really losing a footing in this round.
Yeah, no kills either in favor of RKM in this round, so XV was a very strong fight here, and they do call it now. GG in favor for XV and 0 kills for RKM. XV's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, very good round from them, dominating fashion. And yeah, I think for RQM here, they definitely had 1 or 2 chances to come in here, but I think the engage was just too strong actually from XV coming out in the early engage there. And I think that constant pressure, maybe RQM not able to respond. I mean, the Renegade getting targeted, the Firebrand got targeted, even though they more or less stepped away from that Firebrand. I believe they went for the other Firebrand, or even went back to that same one, and it just kept the pressure up, and RQM unable to get their players up, and in doing so they also lost the Dragon Hunter and the other player as well.
And I think this round was also a good example of, single target focus is good, but you, like the players you target, it's kind of usually appears from opportunities that arise, right? So in this case, the Renegade kind of got stuck on a random line, and he got banished backwards and immobilized and killed. And that's just something that sometimes kind of happens. Not much that the Renegade could do about that. XP definitely snowballing the early advantages, and this is of course something they are very good at. XP definitely likes to, like, as soon as they notice they have an advantage, they really try to press it, right? And sometimes this leads them to overextend a little bit, but usually it actually means that they have just a solid grasp of the round, and they push the advantage into a victory.
Yeah, I mean, even then, if they overextend, it needs, RQM from their side have to be able to find a way to use that into their advantage, right? So right now we've seen, even with the overextension, but here's the thing, they backed off from the Firebrand, so they didn't really fully commit. They, and of course the Firebrand managed to position themselves back into RQM's squad, so they weren't able to fully focus that again. But because of that, right, you see them move on quickly to another target, and 2 targets actually, managing to get 2 downs, and those 3 determined the fight for them. As we head into the 3rd round right now, you gotta believe RQM needs at least 1 or 2 rounds to really have somewhat of an advantage going into their NA game. You don't want to lose and not even get any kills here. And they managed to target the Spellbreaker, obviously able to easily get out of that harm's way right now. And now the retaliation is on XV to push up here, and RQM, a bubble literally blasted from them on their end. Of course, the Firebrand able to get out since they were under their own bubble, very saving them at that point. And XV is going to slowly try and push something else out of here. And you see both guilds now exchanging sides here. XV seems to be much more in line to targeting players, and look at that, the Renegade goes down, immediately goes down again, not even a chance. And it looks like they will cleave that Renegade. They don't.
Illusion
Another
still.
chance, and you gotta believe RQM's wasted a lot on that Renegade trying to keep him alive.
Actually needs to be careful on the side there. Might lose the Scrapper here. Needs to get a res up. The res does come forward, and now XP try to push the advantage once again. Stay aggressive. Trying to finish this Firebrand here. RKM doesn't have a lot of revive skills available, and this should be a kill confirmed now. And the player does get finished off now. Another Chronomancer also down of RKM. RKM seemed like they had a bit of a strong foothold in the fight, but at some point the XP pressure was just too much, and they start getting picks here. Now one more XP player is actually in downside, does get rest up instantly. Like, XP still has many revive skills available, so not much risk of them losing more players here.
Yeah,
well, RKM is actually on the losing side here.
Losing
Another
another Firebrand, and it's going to get called soon. I believe I even saw it. What I should believe is Roy actually that went down there. They're over there. This is Roy, I believe, the driver of RQM right now. I believe that driver did go down. Will the score actually count? We'll see if this round actually counts. We have an official
I expect this round to count. I don't
count,
think
right?
there is any
It
issue.
didn't look like any target. It more looked like Roy got caught in the spike, and it's just, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, just like as you start losing players, your composition just kind of collapses, and you can't really keep up the sustain anymore, and you start dying. So
Yeah, I mean, it did
I would
look
be
like
very surprised if there's an issue here with
he
the
got
focus.
caught in the spike, and of course if you get caught in the spike, that's not really any snipe. So yeah, it got caught in the spike, and of course, yeah, already down at that point, almost dead. So yeah, unless they say otherwise.
I mean, there's no issue until there's an issue, and as far as I'm aware, there's actually no issue. So we will continue the fight.
Yeah, there it is, confirmed. Round win towards XV, and yeah, 2 rounds now where RKM has not been able to get a kill, and that's definitely going to be very frustrating for them if they have to make up for it on the NA side, you know. And as much as XV needs right now, they want to win their home game as, you know, dominating as they can, so that, you know, it's less of a problem for them if they lose 1 or 2 rounds on the NA side, right? So that is what it's going to come down to. And here's the thing, they do a clean sweep here. Now they have to, you know, if they do a clean sweep here, 5-0, RQM on the NA game has to go clean sweep, otherwise they, you know, risk getting a loss, right? So more pressure on RQM if they lose the next 2 rounds.
RKM is definitely capable of winning rounds here. Don't get me wrong, like in scrims actually they managed to get rounds off of XV regularly. So they know how to do it. They know what it takes. It's just I think XV is also very much in a very good zone at the moment, and not losing players definitely means that they are feeling very comfortable here. So it's up to RKM to find some way to be the aggressor in the fight, take control, and find the kills here.
We'll
I would like RKM to be a little bit more aggressive in the way they play. From what I see, it kind of seems like they give up control to XV a little bit too early. Maybe this has also to do with just, you know, the extra ping, and they take a bit more pressure than usually, and so it's hard for them to actually be proactive because they are like dealing with things like you know, they're trying to res people, or they're trying to heal or support certain people, and they're not as focused as actually controlling the round as much as they should. But this is definitely something that they need to look into. So maybe from the engage onward, try to find a way to get control over the round. Let's see if they can manage to do that. Next round will be starting very soon. Stealth is being prepared, and here we go.
Let's go here. And yeah, again, I think RQM needs to stop allowing XV to kind of control, which has been mostly much of their side of the fight right now. So RQM needs to go for the chances right now. And again, you see that XV immediately goes and targets the Firebrand and pressures them and enables them to also throw a bubble out there. And now they do come out with a bubble from RQM's side. Saves that Firebrand, but again, it's just so much pressure here from XV, and they don't allow them a chance to retaliate.
Watch the bubble now. RKM still has this bubble available, and they will go for it soon. I think the targeted Spellbreaker has this available still, so it seems to be very aware of that, but the Firebrand goes down again on the RKM side. So just a lot of pressure, and RKM very focused on just surviving, making sure that their players are actually getting rezzed out now. Go another engage up, and RKM should still have a bubble available to them, I believe, but don't really get the cast, and actually 2 downsides here for RKM, and I don't think they have the revive skills available anymore. It's going to be kills confirmed for XV here now, 2 kills advantage for the Europeans.
I believe that was also the Tempest going down, so that's the heals being taken out from RQM as well, one of their players to sustain them. And the Spellbreaker obviously means a bubble not gonna be able to come up for them unless they have the other Spellbreaker, but that is one less advantage for them. And the other Spellbreaker gets taken out here, and I believe they have to call it at this point. Yes, they do call it. Just a lot of pressure from XV, and not RKM not really finding an answer towards this offensive strategy, and it seems like they're like you said, more trying to survive than attack at the moment. So you have to imagine there has to be something that they need to change right now. What do you think they could maybe do better? Is it the engage? Is it like the kiting? Is it, you know, finding something to spike? We've seen multiple times. You see how XV's players are able to go deep into their squad right now, you know, and you think that would be an opportunity where you'd find a spike to catch XV's players?
Arkham is not showing tactical depth. And what I mean by that is that they have been playing more or less in the same way over the past few rounds. Trying to go for engage, try to go for spike, then try to go for single target focus. And there's like not really being any instance of like kiting, trying to bait cooldowns, trying to bait stability, trying to make them waste their bubbles, trying to make them waste their wells. It's just more or less like clashing and trying to get advantage. And if you are on the side where you have the ping disadvantage, I think this is never gonna be really giving you much of an opportunity to take an advantage into the fight. You're always gonna be playing behind if you're playing purely on mechanics and trying to execute some more or less standardized by now strategies. So that's not going to work for Akim. They need to work on applying different kinds of tactics. Try to catch XV unaware. Maybe make them waste some cooldowns and try to work from that. Because right now they don't really have anything to work with, and it's a problem for them.
Yeah, again, there is match point now for XV, and this gives them a huge position to go into the NA game. So you have to imagine RQM is not going to be happy about that. There was some good sign in the first round where they managed to get at least 2 kills off of XV. You know, I think they were hoping, of course, they at least have 1 or 2 rounds in this game. Even if they know they might lose this EU matchup, they can go into the NA game at least with 2 rounds or 1 round win. And you know, a couple of kills under their belt, it allows them to have a huge advantage. But XV now taking 4 rounds without losing a player has got to be a huge momentum booster going into the next game. And you know, if they take 5-0 here, that means RQM cannot afford to lose any match or any round, sorry, in their match. So it's really a lot of pressure on them, and they only have 1 round here to make the difference, to prevent XV from taking the full sweep on the EU side. And of course, if they do that, they, you know, enable another round, and of course they want to then have to win the next rounds to make them in their favor. So a lot on the line right now for RQM.
They need to come up with something, because so far they have not really shown much opportunity except for maybe the first round to win a fight. And they need to show some tactics here. Like they're not gonna win by just playing normally. They need to work out something here. Potentially the last round now. Starting at the moment, this might be the match point for XV confirmed.
And there we go. XV actually choosing to go a little bit more on their side. They're gonna stay a little bit in their spawn. I believe there was an expose here, and the reveal did come out from RQM. And they do get into the cell, but no, XV going to find their mark immediately. And as you see, they immediately try to go find a player to target. Bubble came out from RQM, and it didn't really do much. XV able to quickly kite that out. That warrior, is that even... I don't know if...
No, he's not participating. We might have to redo the round.
That is going to be unfortunate. They might actually... Yeah, they might actually have to start this up, because that was a griefer, not allowed. And they are still going to continue this round, though. It seems that the 4th round or the 5th round is still underway. I don't know if there was a decision to close that or not, but it seems that it is continuing right here as they challenge the Spellbreaker, and they do get the cleave on the... No, they don't actually. Spellbreaker gets immediately... No, it does get the full down right now. So XV now with the advantage with the Spellbreaker going down from RQM's side.
Yeah, 1 player advantage for XV. Of course, that doesn't mean it's over yet. RQM can still get a good spike on, get multiple kills here, but it doesn't look like that will happen, as they will now lose 2 more players here. About to be cleaved out. Stealth does come out, so maybe they get revived. No, it was actually 3 kills confirmed here.
And multiple downs at this point, as do typical. And of course, XV surrounding those down players to confirm the cleave. And yeah, just too many downs right now. RQM just have nothing left right now to win anything in this round. And it looks like the Chronomancer will go down, and then another cleave comes out. And that is just too much. That's going to be a GG Tempest also at that point going down before the round even gets called.
We are done on the EU side of things. We are now going to transfer
Looks like we are.
accounts to the side of NA.
Yes. Well, I will have to transfer actually XV here to NA. So Shade will actually have to give me. Here you go, 5-0. Shade will actually have to give me the account IDs of the players he wants transferred to NA. So I'll have to wait for that response. It's 5-0 so far. Of course, we'll have to see if that is a difference on the NA side. But RQM now have a huge path in front of them as XP has convincingly won their side of the games right now. The home advantage and I believe just a much better gameplay strategy we've seen from XV. I mean, the kiting, the single player focus, the spikes, it's been very well done from XV, and you have to give it to them. They weren't really you know, getting too caught up in the fight really. And yes, there were some overextensions, but I feel like those even small bits of opportunity that helped, you know, maybe RKM could have taken advantage of, just didn't end up happening. XV had a very good strategy here, but now it is on the NA side, and we'll see if the ping does make a difference, because pings do in somewhat delay things. So strategy is one thing, ping can play another thing, but we'll see if that is the case as we head to the NA games now and see if RQM can make the difference up or not.
We are actually going to redo the round here, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. The Griefer was deemed to have an impact on the round, so we are going to redo now.
It does look like the redo. All right, so yeah, I see that in map chat. So I mean, they will redo the round. I mean, yes, some people are, I think, calling it, saying it would not make a difference, but no, we need to have a fair round in place here. So we will redo the score for 0 right now.
So the problem that there is with a Griefer entering the arena is that it's still going to distract people.
Yeah, I know people are saying it was... It looks like... are they going to go kill that player? Yeah. It looks like RQM's actually chasing... Oh no, that's just Roy. He's playing with his comp right now. I imagine he's giving a huge pep talk right now in what they need to do next. Yeah, Griefers, while even if they joined RQM's side, it's the fact, like Garfield said, like it distracts the player, like, oh, like, you know, for like 2 seconds, both guilds kind of like don't realize that something's up, and then, you know, it. So even if XV does win the round later, I'm sure the players get a little distracted. So we'll redo the round. That's no problem. All right. I believe timers are being sent now, and the guilds should be able to be fine. Getting ready here. Between the guilds transferring, we'll actually open up a gem code giveaway. So that will be done just before the NA game gets played, and that will give away the first NA code, or sorry, we'll give away the first 2000 gem code. Of course, there's two 2000 gem codes that will give away, one Path of Fire copy on the stream, and of course a legendary giveaway. We'll give away one of the gem codes first, and then after the NA game, probably get some interviews done and things like that. And yeah, definitely after all that is done, we'll give away the rest of the stuff.
Okay, here we go. Round redo is now enabled.
There we go. XV actually going to aggressively go towards the north side of the arena. Oh, I believe that was a nice reveal out there, and RQM is revealed, and looks like immediately they go on to the Renegade. That Renegade has been a target all night long right now on the EU side of this game, and XV a little bit more split up, but now manages to find their players, and they are closed up again, ready to go and engage. This Scrapper now, a huge focus coming out on the Scrapper. The cleave is slow, and RQM will be able to get that Scrapper back up out of danger, having to force a bubble because of that.
Yeah, lots of pressure on top of RKM, and now the Scrapper does get finished off. One XP player in the downside here. The Spellbreaker, it might get finished off, 5%, 5% still, and he does get finished off now. 1-for-1 exchange. RKM a little bit stronger into this round. There's some more opportunity here to actually win here. The Firebrand does go in the downside for XV, does get revived immediately.
They aren't able
Pressure
to continue
going
the
back and
pressure
forth.
on that focus. So yeah, but very good pressure from them. But now a player goes down from RQM. I believe they managed to cleave out that player. Hard to see which class that was, but now multiple downs from RQM, and XV is going to immediately cleave them out.
And multiple kills here on the side of RKM. Now XV with a very good grasp on the rest of the fight. Of course, only down a Spellbreaker doesn't mean that the rest of the machine, that is the GVG guild, is disrupted, and they will find more kills here now. RKM does find another kill in this round, so the kill score of them does go to 3 now, but we have to see if that will be very impactful for how the GVG turns out.
And the first game is now finally officially concluded here, but XV just taking a huge win here, and that's a huge advantage. I mean, RQM couldn't even win one round here, and you have to, again, ping or no ping, you still want to win the game. And they did definitely had a lot of plays here that they could have maybe taken, XV extending a little bit too much, but I feel like RQM couldn't take advantage of that. Maybe just trying to revive their players, keep them up, and it's just not work out here. So yeah, 3 kills in their favor, but the rounds are clear. It's 5-0 full sweep for XV, and makes it easier for them heading into their NA game, regardless of ping issues. And as you see, the players are disconnecting as they're going to head towards the NA side. 5-0 here, XV taking the win. Chat, we are going to start the first 2000 gem code giveaway, right? A code for 2000 gems will be given away. Exclamation point rigged to enter right now, as we're going to transfer the players in towards the NA region. I actually need to wait for... I need Shade to actually send me his...
I think they might simply be transferring already and just get the payment later or something.
Okay, that's fine. To make my life easier. I still have to actually pay them for the transfer. So even then, I still have to send somebody, or Shade, I believe, I still have to send them the gold. I tried actually asking him yesterday, but he was like, wait until the game, because I'm not going to be too sure who exactly will I transfer after the EU game. Anyway, we're heading towards NA side, chat, and it is 5-0. XV has taken the EU side of the game very well so far, and that is their home advantage. But we'll see now as they head towards the NA side if anything of that changes. Now, of course, RQM has a lot to go through. They have to win now this game, and it's gonna matter. I mean, if XV even wins 2 rounds, 1 round, it's over. Of course, they are going to play all rounds till the finale, so it is till the final round, regardless if it's a clear win. But yes, we are now giving away 2000 gems. So exclamation point rigged for a chance to win 2000 gems right now. We're going into the arena. Let me invite me to party once you're in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give away. I gave away a Bifrost last time, so we'll give away. Well, I gave away a Twilight last time, but I think I gave away a Bifrost a while ago, so we'll give away a Bolt this time later at the end of the stream. So this will be the giveaway. Legendary Bolt. We have this code right now, and one more code after, and one Path of Fire copy. So make sure you enter. There's no announcement telling that you joined after rigged. Confirm. It's actually spammed. I believe. Why is that? Ah, that's interesting. It is switched on, so maybe it's just because there's too many. I'm not sure. Is there a reason why? Oh, so can I have gold, please? Yeah, no. Oh, so this is what the spectator difference. This is why you can't get close as a spectator difference. Yeah, that doesn't look that good, to be honest. Like it looks good from the top field view, but I feel like you can't, like, you know, get close in on the action. And I think that kind of doesn't allow you to do full analysis. Yeah, we're gonna remove the spectator. I don't know if that resets it. Yeah, I think maybe it's because there's an update. There was an update, although it said it was not required for this program. I have to ask TD. All right, chat. Let me, I don't know, switch teams or something.
Urge to kill rising.
All right. All right, exclamation point for 2000 gem code. I'll actually, yeah, I mean, just enter the giveaway command. Just enter exclamation point rigged. I'll check it later. Maybe I'll disconnect the program and restart it or update it. There is an update, although it was scheduled as not needed, and I think maybe that update broke the user entry message. So I'm not sure why it did that. So could be why it's not working. But yeah, we'll close this giveaway soon, chat. So exclamation point rigged for a 2000 gem code. Right now it's 5-0 in favor of XV in the first game, and RQM has a huge hill to climb right now. Of course, they do have the home field advantage. We'll see if that makes a huge difference. That there is a confirmation message, but so I'm not using a program from like Streamlabs or Stream Elements. I use a custom-made program from Sentient TD. He was here earlier in the chat. So yeah, it should work regardless. Maybe because there's too many entries. No, I don't think it's because of the entries. Well, interesting. I guess it's just not working. You already see Arceum is, well, I think they're going to switch sides maybe. Going towards the other side. Yeah, it looks like Arceum will switch towards the left side of the arena. So let me see. I don't know if Shade is still trying to get his players on the EU side. All right, we'll see. All right, so the previous prediction was how many rounds will the losing team win? It was either more than one round or will they, or 0 rounds they will win. So, you know, they didn't win any rounds. So, therefore, whoever bet on that just received their channel points. Chat, we're almost done here. Exclamation point rigged for a 2000 gem code. 1 more minute. Make sure you reply in the stream so that I can DM you the actual code. So make sure you reply in stream. I'm just checking with because Shade has to send me his player list so that I could actually get, well, the players to send the goal towards. All right, yeah, I'll just wait a little bit longer before we get this done so you guys can have maybe a bit of extra time to enter. Exclamation point rigged for a 2000 gem code. I'm waiting for XV to send me the roster list, the final roster, who will actually transfer to NA, if they might be subbing anyone or if it's just going to be the original roster from the EU match. Depends. So I'm just waiting for that and I can actually begin transferring the players. Just keep entering this giveaway. If you've already entered, don't worry about it. I know there's no message. I think something is wrong with the program. Maybe that update, even not necessarily, maybe you might have broken that particular thing. So I might update it just to check it again, and we'll see if it works. But yeah, right now just enter and you should be okay. If you're not sure, you can enter again. I don't have any command that just, you know, takes you out of the giveaway if you enter the rigged 5-6 times, doesn't matter. Meds. Ooh, yes, I have to take my meds. Yes, I gotta take some blood thinners. I do have to do that. Yes, I actually do have to take medicine. Ooh, me too. Oh, you also gotta take blood thinners? Yeah. Didn't know that. Or I think just meds in general, medication. You gotta take blood thinners? Yes, I do. I can die if I don't. Yeah, I'm assuming just regular meds. Yeah. Meds in general, yeah. I want blood, give you some. I'm not a necro. You've ended up accidentally syncing your meds with a man because of the stream. Nice. stay hydrated, gamers. I definitely need to stay hydrated. I love it. I love it. I actually have to see how many 400 gems right now will give you 130, so 130 gold roughly, or 140. We'll say 140. So 140 multiplied by 15, 2,100 gold. So that's the total amount of gold that needs to be done to transfer them. All right, so Shade's gonna message me the list right now. I probably will divvy it up to some. Guard, can you take 500 gold or no?
Yeah.
So I will send you 500 gold and 140 divided by, or they're both 500 divided by 140, both are divisible by 5. So 3.5 players that you could transfer. 3 players. I'll send you some gold, 500 gold, so that you can transfer 3 players. I'll transfer as many as I can, and I'll send Atros gold so that he could transfer. So that way, like, we can transfer them faster.
Yep. As long as I get to know who to send it to.
I can take 500 gold too. Yeah, I'll send you the list, but I'll tell you who to send it towards. All right, actually, let me leave party. Build mm.4269. I'm gonna join the squad, and then that way, like, I'll invite you to the squad. Then 500 go to the front line. All right, where's Gar? Could you message me, Garfield, on the account? Past was it? There we go. Past fried. Yeah, there we go. Can't even send mail. Oh my god, this is so annoying. In fact, actually, let me get into a chat with them so I can tell them who to send to. I'll be back. I'll go to the staff chat. Hello.
Hello.
Right. So
Hey there.
I'm in squad right now, and
Yes, you are.
Who else is in the squad from you guys?
Oh, I'm in
Sierra.
RQM squad. Yeah,
Sierra and
just-
myself are at the bottom.
All right. So Sierra, you're in the squad as well. So I'll send you 500 gold. So you need to be sending them 128, but to be on the safe side, just send them 140. That should be enough for 3 players, 3 full players. Atros, you are on which squad?
I'm in the same squad. I'm right at the bottom.
Okay, and 500 you, 3 players. So somebody take the first or second subgroup. Someone take the third one, and I'll take the fourth one.
They all need to be transferred?
Yeah, I mean, in case they want to sub someone, right?
Yeah. Are you working with Shade on this?
Yes. He just messaged me to get into the squad. I believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so someone could take second subgroup. Third, I'll take fourth. I don't know who's fifth, or maybe fifth is just more subs.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to Shade.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, let's find out first before we start divvying it out.
Yeah, it'd be easier.
Okay, Shade's sorting it out.
Yeah.
Because they just need to get into a medium server, which is 500 gems.
Oh, right. It's not 400. It's 500 gems. So I actually counted for 400. 500 gems
160
is
gold.
160. So each of them has to get 160. Oh.
Wish it was 400.
Make our lives easier. It actually made it a lot more easier if we had somewhat assistance on this, where we don't have to do the transfers like this. All right, chat. Actually, 1 minute, and I'm actually just gonna draw the code. So exclamation point rigged for a 2,000 gem code. 1 more minute, chat. All right, we're closing this in 1 minute. There's been enough entries. There's about 500 people here, but only 145 people have actually entered. I don't know where the other people are doing. So it's funny because like a lot of the people who are doing exclamation point rigged are people who are already entered. So all right, just about 30 seconds left, chat. Exclamation point rigged for a chance to win a 2,000 gem code. There's going to be another one after this, after the NA game. We're going to give away 1 Path of Fire copy and, of course, a legendary weapon, the Bolt, actually being chosen. Okay, so everyone in the squad now also. All right. Oh, what the hell? I can't close this giveaway. That is weird. Okay, I can't deal with this right now. I have to do this. That's unfortunate. Can't even do the giveaway. Everyone in the squad now, all sub parties. All right, so he just confirmed all sub parties.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone's still in squad now. All sub parties will need gold for transfer, please. Okay.
Okay. Before you start, don't start yet. Since I have the most gold, I will start with squad 2, and then you guys can do 3 and 4. Right?
Yep.
Atros, pick a number
What do you mean?
of the squad.
I can do 4. But
Alright.
we only have 500 gold, which means that it's only going to cover 3 people for 500 gems.
That's fine. If someone else actually in here could also help, Garfield could actually help, but for some reason it's.
I mean,
as well, sure.
yeah, I've got Swaggy and Sunny here if you need.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do it this way. Let's all take sub squad 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Budget, Burst, and Falx. You're gonna take Loves, Outlaw, and Panquiston.
Got it.
Okay.
160, right?
160. That's what it's showing. Of course, that's probably gonna change, but 160 is what we'll provide.
160 is. Yeah, it's gonna be like 163, 164. It will change because of the gem cost, but.
See, this is where we needed the show match.
The show
Dude,
match. Yeah, probably. I'd say this is where we maybe needed the gems the most. Really, actually, for the transfers.
Yeah, just give out gem codes to everyone. That would have been so much easier, right?
All right, Sunny, you have 500 gold. Coordinate with Atros. And Sierra, who you're gonna. Squad 2, I will take.
Oh, I got a cold cap. I'm sorry.
Yep,
I'll send you back the rest.
We're doing that now. Give me a second. So Sierra and I just took sub squad 3.
And 500 gold to Swaggy.
Okay, I'll join the XP squad.
I'm suppressed. No.
You have to do. You can only do 1 mail like every minute.
Yeah, everyone. It's every 45 seconds, but just to be sure with it, just only do it for. Just extend it 1 mail per minute. As I wait.
And I'm
for-
sending like groups of amounts of 140
So-
each.
160.
160. Okay.
So, Sunny, if you could do me a favor and take Sub Squad 4, it will be CVB, CVBE, Epispastic, and GG. And then Swaggy, you're also doing this?
I can take Maza, Miracle, and Tina.
Yep,
What was the third name?
GG.
Perish.
Yeah, Perish. Yep, so you'll take Maza, Miracle, and Tina. Thank you.
My 3, you're done.
Okay. My 3 are done as well. So Sub Squad 3 is covered. Sub Squad 4 will be covered here. I can ask Gregor. Gregor's here.
Should be enough. Too many people now. Like 4 people involved.
Well, Sub Squad 5 needs to get covered.
Yeah, Bonga, Clara, and Bert.
Yeah, Sonny, you don't need to send. I only needed you to cover Savibi, Epi, and GG. Swaggy's got Mazgul, Mirago, and Tina.
All right. Chat. The program had to be updated. There was an error with it because I guess that update actually was required, even though it said it wasn't. So the codes will open now. Expedition Point rigged for a 2,000 gem code giveaway, and this one will close in 5 minutes or less, actually. So probably take longer because
Sonny
I don't
confirming
know,
you
I
sent.
still cannot send it to Tina. What the fuck?
Are you suppressed?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
make sure
wait
you
about a
you
minute.
give a minute between each to be safe. It's 45, but a minute is safer in case you send earlier.
So Sonny confirming you sent to Savibi, Epi, and GG. For a total of 460 gold.
let me double check.
480 gold. I can't math.
No, you can't. Unlucky.
So you sent to QVBE, Tatsuya, and Perish.
Yeah, we can send 20 gold to the rest, right? Basically. Or we can send it back, right?
What do you mean? Oh, the 20 gold? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, MM, do you care about the 20
said-
gold?
No, whatever difference is, just keep it. I can't take it anyway. I'm capped.
Wait through.
Oh, whoops. I sent it back.
Oh, okay. Well, Oh, if you sent it back, I believe you'll be able to. I'll be able to take it. But if you mail it back, then I can't.
GG. What the fuck is going on, GG?
Oh yeah, I was topping him off of the extra 20 and he sent it back.
Fucking get cucked on, and I think that's gonna cap you now, isn't it, Sonny?
Rip.
I think if it gets sent back, it doesn't count.
Oh no, relogging,
Does
fuck
it
this
though?
shit.
Like 90% sure.
I got
Because you have to
sent
take it.
140. It's not enough. I returned it. Now I get sent 20. Oh my god.
That's exactly what we're talking about
Oh,
right this
that's what-
moment.
All right, chat. We are going to close this 2000 gem code giveaway in no, sorry. Oh, I thought 3 minutes was already up. No. All right. There's still, I guess, 2 more minutes and a half left. So 2.5 minutes left. Exclamation point rigged for a chance to enter and win a 2000 gem code. Make sure you follow the stream because the giveaways are for followers only. So exclamation point rigged. Entering. Good luck. 2000 gems are being given away.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let me just do something. Oh, I've spelled it wrong. Fuck.
Wait,
Wow.
you sent it to someone random? Please don't tell me that.
No. I just DM'd MM. I said exclamation point rigger.
No, you don't want to say that. You're on stream.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm still suppressed. What the hell?
Suppressed.
I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
every time you try to go again, it resets a minute again. So if you get suppressed and then 30 seconds later you send it, it resets the minute again.
Okay, I'm not clicking anything.
All right, chat again. One more time. Make sure you follow for the giveaway. Exclamation point rigged. 2000 gems. Follow first, and then you can enter. And giveaway is about to end. Actually, just about a minute left, and we're going to draw the 2000 gem code winner. Make sure you respond in chat. Make sure you follow to actually enter it once again. As I am still waiting to send more gold here. Sandwich. All right, 160 gold. I'm actually almost done here. I only have 2 more players for my squad. My subgroup.
Make sure you do sub 5 as well. No one's covered sub 5.
All right.
That's why I was gonna say we could do Gregor, but I don't think anyone did.
Make sure you ask a verification question for those that just followed. I mean, yeah, again, like you have to actually talk to even say that you've won or something. So,
I don't know.
takes too long.
What error are
man.
you getting?
Still suppressed.
Still suppressed?
Mm.
Yikes.
That means you keep hitting it just before it completes another minute.
Yeah, you need to actually wait, like
I
properly
just-
wait.
Like a
just
full
slammed it.
minute, just to be safe. And
Swaggy, I
again,
think
if you
he has been.
if you send it too early, it resets it for another minute. It doesn't like
Yes, I
just tell you
just
suppressed
timed
only.
it. I timed the minute, you know?
Yeah.
All right, sub 5. No one has taken sub 5, right?
No, no one's taken sub 5.
Okay.
No.
If you get suppressed, you need to wait 2 minutes.
Okay. Garf coming with extra info.
Actually, you mentioned Garfried. Did you give gold to Garfried, MM?
No, but if I send anything now, it's gonna
Alright,
suppress.
that just takes sub 5. Just take sub 5. It's fine. I didn't even know that Garfried joined. So, hi Garfried.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, slowly but surely XP players are showing up.
I'm gold captain. I can't send it to Cube right now.
To who?
To Cube.
How much does he need?
I think the full amount.
Thought he said thank you.
I can send 20.
Okay. I'll just take it out of my personal. I have no problem with that. I'll send it. I'll send him the 160. Just whatever.
Hmm. All right. So do I send
problem.
sub 5 or no?
Yes, you need to send sub 5. I'm handling the guy that got that got specialed. Poor guy.
Right. For some reason, this program won't close the giveaway. It's like it's never ending.
It's fine, just give it to me. Wink, wink.
For a player run event that was planned months in advance, this is surely planned well. Actually, this was planned like in the middle of April, end of April, and then we could say only had a month and a half to plan this event. So I'd say it was run pretty well, given that we wanted to get it out as soon as possible, and the guilds took the time to stay for this tournament in June. So there.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Parish. Wow, I'm so fucking confused.
Sonny, to who did you send the gold?
Parish.
Is Parish good?
Parish?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Parish. Yeah,
You-
Parish is the one who I sent 142, and then I waited and sent 22, and then he had sent
Okay,
back
Swaggy,
140
you're
by the
sending
time I
to
sent the 20.
Savibe. Is that who you're trying to send to?
No, I was told to send it to Tina, Maza, and Miragul. I sent
Okay.
it to Maza, I sent it to Miragul, I waited
Yep.
because I was suppressed, and now I sent it to Tina, and suddenly she sent it to me back and told me that she was already sent the gold. So
I think that might
here
be
is the
me.
problem. So
Okay, so
what
then
do I do now?
Savibe
Am I
needs...
kept or no?
No. The cap is only about you receiving gold. So Savibe still needs gold. So if Tina sent you back...
Wait, yeah, but I cannot take it anyway, so...
Oh yeah, you're capped. So if Tina sent you back, you're capped there. Savibe needs gold and Parish needs gold. Sunny... Okay. So I
I'm
need to
gonna...
send
gonna-
160 to GG here.
Alright,
or
I'm sending
140.
this... I'm sending this Cube, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Cube.
Okay, so you send 160 to Q, I'll send 140 to GG.
Does anybody else need gold? Because I can send.
Right, QB got the gold now.
Subgroup 5, right? They need
Yeah,
it?
MM's doing that.
Okay.
I should have that done. All right, I think this is it. Last. I need some gold as well. No, none of you people in chat need gold. Oh wait, I'm not. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, thanks for the 20 gold, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Donate gold, please. I am homeless, can't pay bills. I have kids to feed. Okay. Sir, this is coming from somebody with the name Certified Bully. What kids do you have to feed?
Wait, is that the same guy who was harassing Sunny earlier?
I
Sir.
don't know, man. That's
Sir. We need to have a talk.
bullying me? Well, unsuccessful because he didn't get his gold. Chat, can someone like enter this giveaway? Like, let me see, because the program seems to not be working. It enters some people and then it breaks in the middle of the giveaway. So I'll leave this running for like a minute. If it doesn't work, then I'm actually just going to get another bot in here, maybe from Stream Elements. Anyway, we're good, right? I can go back to Garfield. Yeah, we can get
We're
into
double checking. Hold on 1 second. So I still have 5 people that are not in current. So give it a second, please.
Okay.
Because one person in sub 2 is still in EOTM overflow. That's Dreamcube. I've got 2 people in Armistice. 1 person online looks like they're transferring now. So we'll see here in a second.
Okay. Anyway, I am going to do a giveaway from Stream Elements. It's not working. This program. All right, Gar, let me know when you're ready to get back in the call later.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
How many
Come to
players
the
they need left?
administrative side of running a tournament.
How many players they need left to get back in?
Still 5 currently that are not in EOTM. So stand by.
Okay.
Okay, 3 players now. 2 in Armistice. 2 players left, 1 in Armistice, 1 online. Two people just went offline. Weird.
3 people are offline.
Okay, the good news is it's just the 2 people up above.
All right, chat, just go with the Stream Elements 1. So exclamation point ticket space 1 to buy 1 ticket to get in. Subluck is also still enabled for this one. 2,000 gems will be given away. Let's go. I believe this exclamation point ticket space 1 actually helps away better, because then bots have to specifically now adjust to the command. Is it the subs that still need to enter, or?
Wild Moon 86.
Okay. Draw names for my hat. But the rich keep getting richer.
Okay, I think everyone in XV is transferred over, so we should be good. Thank you.
All right, thanks, good. All right, Gar, let's get back into a private call. Let's go. Thank you guys so much, as always, admins and staff and police.
Absolutely.
All right, chat, we are back. The finals right now, global finals. RQM, a huge amount of pressure in this final game. All of XV has been transferred, chat. And here we go. Final round. It could be possibly match point to XV if they take this. If not, we'll see. Can RQM beat them at their home turf right now? This is all on them.
RGM has a very, very small path to victory at the moment. They have to win every round, and they need to concede no more than 3 kills to XV. Definitely a very tall task is waiting for them, but they are not out of yet, of course. We have to see how much the ping actually affects XV here.
Chat, if you've entered for the program, this bot should tell you that like you've entered once and that's it. If you enter again, then obviously, and make sure you actually enter exclamation point ticket space 1. Otherwise, it's, you know, then you don't enter. So, but if you've already entered, it tells you you've entered. If you enter again, it will tell you you've bought them, you know, the max amount of tickets because you've already entered. All right, chat, we're going to close this giveaway in a bit. Actually, we have a lot of participants, 1 minute, but or probably like right after this round when it begins. But if the 1 minute is up before this round begins, we'll draw it right away. So 2,000 gems, exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter if you have not already. And I believe a lot of people are entering right now, have already entered. Bot is broke. Don't tell me this one's broken too. This is like literally a different program altogether. It's literally from Stream Elements. There's like...
It should be able to handle it, no?
Yeah, this is like from Stream Elements now. Like it's not even using TD's bot, the program. Strange. It could be suppressed, by the way. Yeah, it could be that it's suppressed. No, I'll just restart it again. But I do believe it's probably the suppressed stuff. So.
It sends a certain amount of messages and then it stops talking. So I do think it actually gets suppressed.
Yeah, it's actually the suppressed.
As far as I'm aware, it should still register every ticket that is being submitted.
Yeah.
As long as you submit only one, because that's the limit.
Right.
So there's no point to ask for 1 billion tickets.
Yeah, it suppresses the bot. I guess that also has to do with something on this chat command here that we have. We do have like suppression and measures. Now the focus is on RQM and XV as they go head to head soon. I will actually leave XV's squad. Yeah, chat, it's still registering people, so... Okay, we'll leave that up. Exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter. I think it's, even if it doesn't work, guys, it is still registering you. I can see people literally entering the ticket and it's actually counting the entrance. So yeah, it's still working, chat. It's just, I guess, has that suppression issue. And that has to do more with the way that we have this chat here set up, so we don't get suppressed with something in the case of that. All right, exclamation point ticket space 1, a 2,000 gem code. I guess we'll have to give away the winner a bit later. Party join with Garfried. There we go. There we go. Hello, sir. Sorry to trouble you, but I find myself in a bit of a predicament. Expandus has forced me into gambling, and after several large bets, I found myself in deep debt with no money to feed my family, and the moon is far out of reach. I need your support in terms of gold or items to help me feed my family. Something other than a ramen. Thank you. Apes strong together. I'll give you the best thing, which is advice. Don't gamble. There we go. Don't gamble. Unfortunate. Although I don't know what's wrong with eating ramen. Like there's literally Mukluk survives on ramen, so it must be good.
Maybe Mukluk also has a gambling problem.
Mukluk has a gambling problem. Ooh, could be. I don't know. But if Mukluk can survive eating ramen noodles, I'm sure you're fine. He was eating garlic bread earlier, so he doesn't just eat ramen. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess he has a little bit more than just ramen then. When's the match starting? Soon TM. They're actually just getting ready. Yeah, chat, make sure if you've already entered, it's not gonna allow you to enter again. I don't have it set up where like it removes you from the giveaway in case you try to spam it again. So don't worry about it. But it is confirming user entries. Like the number is going up. Like right now it is at 193 and going up further than that now, 194.5. So if you've already entered, don't worry about it. All right, giveaway will end in less than a minute. Chat, only about 40 seconds left. Exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter. This might even be good for us because now the bots have to adjust towards a new command. 2,000 gems. Make sure you speak up in chat so that I could see you clearly and send you the code. And we're almost underway here. The second game. It is home advantage to RQM right now. But is that advantage going to come into play here? Because XV just, I believe, 1 round to win actually. So imagine losing the first round. That immediately closes the matchup for XV. Of course, we are going to play the games in full. But if RQM is taking wins here, again, it's going to be an interesting play to see. Can they knock XV on their home turf now? It is all advantage towards them.
Advantage to them in terms of ping maybe, but of course also the pressure is on them now. They need to win or they are out. XV just needs to win one match and they will be the winner of the tournament.
Yes. Absolutely hopeless. Congratulations on your win. I guess there is some hope for you now that you have won. So you're not really hopeless, right? You have won. Congratulations. Congratulations on your win. No, you don't have to put your account ID. I just have to message you. It's for a code. The absolute irony, I swear to God. The problem with this program that I'm using now, this bot, it's even harder to check the winner because, well, I can't see a winner's chat. So I have to actually manually search you up. So, congrats on getting Twitch partner. Love to see it. Hey, thanks so much, Talks. I appreciate it. Yes, finally, prophecy has been fulfilled. Next is the ANET partner. Yeah, feels good. Tech is right there. Look at that check mark. Feels good to have that right in time for the finals. Now can get a skin. Nice. All right, RQM's almost getting ready with XV right here as they're set to take off in the next match. RQM need to win here. They cannot afford a 1-round loss as they got a full clean sweep on the EU side as XV finished them 5-0. So a lot of pressure. RQM cannot lose a round on their turf right now. So it is heavily in favor of XV as we go into the NA game so far. The global finals is here. The final game, or it could be the final round. We will see. Would you like to see RQM be a bit more aggressive now that they have the home turf?
Oh yeah, if you do have the ping advantage, you definitely look into being aggressive. Because as soon as you start pressuring the enemy, they need to start dealing with that, and that's definitely much harder if you have a little bit higher ping than you're used to. So being aggressive definitely will help them out a lot.
It's gonna, well, have to be a lot more than that as they definitely need to get this right now. They need to win every single round. Need to be aggressive and stay close to each other. Yeah, again, they definitely need to bring out that aggression side because it's not going to go very well if they allow XV to even get one sort of control in their match. It's it could be a possible round loss. And of course, here's the thing that matters too. Like, they not only have to win the rounds though, but they also have to make sure they get enough kills. So even if they tie the rounds, XV has a huge kill advantage too.
Yeah, it's like RQM cannot concede more than 3 kills. That's essentially the gist of it. It's gonna be very difficult for them to make that happen. But here we go. Round 1 starts on the NA side of things. We are on the way. GVG continues between XV and RQM. The reveals are on top of XV now. I think RQM also could take a reveal in here as they engage. Finding maybe a kill here on one of his spellbreakers. Does go low.
Now RQM is coming out very aggressive in this push here, and they managed to pull that player in. The Spellbreakers pulled right into the bubble and finished off here, as multiple XV players are also going down. They get the cleave on the next kill, I believe, unless they were ported. And RQM right now in quick fashion closing this round out. It seems as XV called it very quickly.
We did have someone entering the arena who interfered with the match, so I think this is probably going to be a redo.
It's going to be unfortunate. Oof, actually very good dominating performance from RQM, and now a player comes up and a griefer ruins it.
That's the problem with actually entering the arena at this stage. We don't have really control over who to do good flags and not, so we're going to have to take control over the flag area, make sure that no one really can get back in.
Yes, we chat. We need people over here to watch the markers so nobody can enter this arena and grief. And the GVG police is slacking. We'll see how that goes. Of course, again, we have to expect this. And I believe a round should be restarted. Timer, has the timer been sent? EU was grief too, yeah. EU did have a 1 griefer in the last round. All right. Well, that's expected. Yeah, someone was mentioning in chat. Yeah, we only got team swaps recently, so of course it's not a proper instanced arena. So of course we can't just like open an instance for only the admins, and you know, like in PvP, you have an instance open up for one room. It would be cool if we can get that for this, but I feel like it's maybe just too much effort to put into the game. We could see in the future, who knows. It would be great if we could actually have this arena instance so that you can create as many rooms. The same way you have to buy you have to buy as many days on the PvP arenas, you could do it for this arena. It would definitely go the long way to helping out the scene. And obviously the only you can put a limit of like, say, you already have 15 viewers, 15, so that's 30 people. You could put a limit of 50 people in it, right? So then you have 30 people, you have the 5 subs on each team. That's going to be 40 people, and then the other 10 is for staff, casters, and any other business, right? So a 50-person limit on the room could help. Although it could work against us then if not many people can then enter, but that is the case. Another 21 tier 1 subs from Dapper Dude. Yo, let's go. Can we get some claps in chat? Look at that. Legendary gems being gifted right now, and this is the 41 total subs being gifted on today's stream from Dapper Dude at least, and then I mean a total of 100 plus over the course of this month. So huge. Let's go, giving a lot of people a chance to win sub luck. Sub luck is enabled for a lot of people. All right, we're waiting underway. Still waiting. Welcome to the subs. Let's go. We demand partnership for MM as far as I heard. No, I am a no. I'm not a partner. No, I'm Twitch partner, not a partner. Player's perspective is definitely like a fun thing. Yes, a lot of people have posted some of their videos on the Discord. I mean, you can literally join the GVG Discord. It has all or some videos from some of the matches that were played. So there you go. Also, by the way, chat, make sure you check out the socials and the Alliance Discord for this. A alliance of guilds that may, more or less brings you a lot of competitions, right? A bit of it went towards helping this tournament this month. Of course, we do more than that in the United Materia. We do beetle races, we do fashion shows, jumping puzzle speed runs, fractal raids, end game, instance, and many other things. Griffin showcases, a giveaway for as many things as we can think of. A contest or tournament of any other thing that we can do. So if you'd like more interesting competitions, you can join. Of course, if you're a guild that maybe thinks you want to be a part of this community, you can apply, of course, and become a guild in the community and become part of the alliance. And yeah, there you go, the socials as well. So all right, is there talk about why is the delay happening, or are they just really trying to get ready? Oh, looks like we are starting. Next round is finally underway, chat. Here we go. XV going to go towards this side of the arena. They meet RQM right there, head to head, as both guilds clash right now. And XV already with the scrapper down, managing to revive the scrapper, keeping them alive. RQM again being more aggressive with their push here. They have to be careful they don't overextend, though. They focus the scrapper next. a little bit more focus, but they lose that and aren't able to continue with that. They're going to have to switch over to another target as they go through. They lead the charge, but they do have a down player. The Chronomancer going down from RQM and managed to get revived here. They got to be careful not to overextend. There's still a lot more pressure coming out from RQM in this fight.
Arkham definitely has the initiative so far. Let's see. It needs to be careful not to overextend as this Stalker does go down on the push here. Arkham decides to instead disengage as the Firebrand actually goes down on the side of XP. Going to be an easy rest for them again. And on the tail end of Arkham now another player goes down. Seems like Arkham is struggling a little bit with making it through pushes here as one of their players actually is finished off. XP with now a player advantage here, and I think this should maybe still have a bubble available. Let's see if they are going to cast one. XP now a little bit on the defensive, trying to reset the fight a little bit and get their players healed up. Now Stealth comes out, so the Guardian will be out of the target. For now, XP actually getting kills here. Another player being finished off Spellbreaker is now dead.
And another
so
down here, and if they win this round, it is over for RQM, officially at least. The match will continue, but RQM is being picked off one by one here as the first aggressive push from them has come to a halt as XP has turned around away and found a footing here as they push towards RQM and what could be, and these Firebrand getting finished off here. Another player from RQM picked off, and this could be it. You could be looking at your new champions of the mist right now as more players from RQM are falling apart right now, and the Firebrand from RQM, the next one, gets finished off right now, and they might call this up right over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the mists is Foolish.
It has been
XV.
determined. Oh, wow. XV have won 6-0. There is right now nothing RQM could do to come up from this, by the way. So it is a huge loss. Of course, they are going to continue the matchup unless RQM calls it early. So we will see. They might play the full game anyway. We'll see if that happens. But you officially do have your official winners. Congratulations to XV now, as the rest of this is more or less just more showmanship to continue the game. RQM, hard luck for them, but it looks like the NA turf still did not help them. The home advantage did not work out. Very strong push, but unable to continue that. And I feel like RQM did have that round. Unfortunately, too many opportunities that weren't able to convert as the kills went on, and then XV seemed to have found a footing even with the ping, seemed to be able to keep up with that round, and a little bit slow from them, but eventually about a minute into the round they managed to turn the fight towards their advantage.
You gotta hand it to XV, even though they are at a disadvantage here, definitely in some regard. I would say RQM definitely is performing better here on the NA side of things. They are getting kills, they are also controlling the fight to a certain extent, but XV always kind of manages to find the kills, find the damage, and find the pressure to win the rounds here.
It is unfortunate. Of course, it doesn't end here, chat. I mean, they are going to keep going. So we'll start to see. Maybe could RQM win? I feel like if they do win this next round, it's going to be a little bit like, a bit of a salt wound that they will have to take. You don't want to win the next round right after you just lost what was the match point towards the other team, but we'll see. And of course, we do have another 2000 gem code, another Path of Fire copy to give away, and a legendary giveaway. So don't go yet. We still have a lot of giveaways left to do, but you are, officially looking at your champions of the mist as we go into round number 2 on the NA game here. But it's almost over at this point. XV is going to come in here, and they managed to find RQM here and pull the first player down. The Chronomancer going up from RQM, but not able to keep that player up again, and the cleave is just too strong. Managed to stealth, I believe, that Chronomancer, although just very
Barely gets rest by the second Chronomancer. Actually, RQM running a double Chronomancer come to find their second rest here, and actually finish off the Soul Beast, so that Chronomancer will be fine with the Illusion being cancelled out here. Now RQM with a player advantage here. They're of course still looking to win the GVG here. There is some sense of honor, I guess, in winning on your home turf here, so RQM will be going for that now. XV Still in this match here, actually finding a target here on the Spellbreak on the side. Completely split up from RKM. I don't know what he was doing, being all over there, but he is being targeted now, and he does get revived barely again. Clutch revive. Now the Tempest here on the side is down. Might get rest
They're
up.
gonna try and go
looks
that.
like
And
they're
again,
going
they
for
don't want to
illusion.
lose the Tempest. It's a heavy heals right now, and RKM's not giving a chance for that Tempest to heal. Although RKM was already down on their Chronomancer, they were finished off later. So RKM needs to be careful. They managed to do a good pull here, but it's not enough really. And they're now losing focus on other world. Now the Tempest is down, but will RKM finish them? And yes, they can finish that Tempest right there. So they are at least somewhat back in this matchup.
Scourge down on the side does get revived by Illusion, so another Illusion down, and he does get finished off again. As he is down again, that means an instant kill for XV. XV now up a player. Again, having the advantage in the fight. Okay, I'm not going to give up just yet. They are still in the fight, but it's going to be harder and harder the longer this goes. They do find a kill here on the Scourge. Scourge is in the down state. Bubble comes out to confirm that actually the Scourge does get rest. Still a very good bubble here as 2 more players are being pulled in. Lots of damage, lots of pressure on these players being landed now, and RKM deciding to hide a little bit, disengage a little bit as XV takes the advantage once more.
Yeah, and it will start to maybe drop more players here. Now, they actually managed to find a footing here, and now they are regrouped a little bit. Solby's got to be careful, though. XV has been known to quickly find a target and single it out. So you got to be careful here on the push. And you start to see now the Firebrand, again, XV going for a lot of different classes here, showing that they can go and switch up the focus. The Spellbreaker from RQM going to get taken out. No, the final chance to revive them, it does come through here, but the Firebrand being taken out on the side. I don't think RQM can do much to get back to their player. As more of their players are now just too split up here, and they managed to confirm that kill. So RQM now down. A lot of sustain on their end has been taken out. They will have to call it, unfortunately, because of that. So second round also goes in favor of XV here. So match has already been technically decided, but second round going towards XV. And I kind of feel like that would kind of be better in a sense, because you don't want to win the next round, even though you just lost the final round and decided the winner, because I feel like that would just kind of, honestly, it would get you a little bit angry, right? Like, I feel like if RQM did win this round, it would feel like it could have happened sooner.
I don't know. I think it's, playing the game.
All right, here we go. Round number 3 here. And of course, it is still best of 9, but if XV takes all 5 rounds, then it is best of 5 here at this point. So, or we'll just go towards the 5 games. So the finals could be a huge full sweep here.
I think that would be very impressive if XP managed to win 10-0, really cementing the EU domination here in the GVG tournament.
It does. I mean, again, it helps a lot on their end, but you don't want to see that. Of course, RKM wants to at least get some round wins, and this is their home turf, so it really does matter if they can get something out of this. You don't want to lose in your home turf, or at least get some round wins here. It's looking like the ping is really not an issue for XV. Seems that they're comfortable in this. And I have to give it to RKM though. They do seem comfortable as well in their home turf, more comfortable than they were on the EU side. Although not being able to confirm too many kills is, again, eventually turning the round in favor of XV, as they're just able to single out much better than they are when it comes to the long term towards the round here. And here we go. Round number 3 is underway. XV going to look towards a full sweep. Of course, RKM have to prevent that at this point. At least go out with some wins here. And they've quickly almost killed the Scrapper, and the Scrapper goes down again. Bubble out from XV to determine that kill, and yes, they do. Just quick leave here. RKM unable to do anything to save that Scrapper from the focus, just too strong.
Yeah, the single target is relentless, but now a good spike comes out from RKM, finding 2 kills here. One gets rest up, but the other one is still in downside. Now the illusion comes through, so still not finished off. Actually, the player of RKM does go in downside is also being rest up, so exchange of revive skills here, and the Tempest of XV is now down. So that's 1-for-1 kill exchange here. XV trying to be aggressive now, trying to take control of the round. But they're a little bit disjointed, I would say, in this attempt here.
And
Not
they
much
kind of
will
split
happen.
up here. I
Sure.
mean, they overextend a lot. I feel like it's just too much confidence to overextend. And you start to see that, like, they try to target out another player. They try to go for the Daredevil, of course, very hard to target such a class, but they're trying to find another target here. Now, XP a little bit more split up, but they have the downs here on their side. You have the Scourge from RQM and managing to get them up, but of course, it's just too much pressure here as they are. But maybe RQM gets some reprieve here as they do manage to take out the Renegade on XV's side.
I think that's going to be it. Too many kills now in favor for Arkham, and that's going to be the first round, 1 for the Americans.
And here we go. So it's not going to be a full clean sweep per se. You got to see that they are probably going to take some joy in the fact that they have a round win here. So there you go. It is 2-1. Of course, the game's already been determined at this point. But it is not a clean sweep, unfortunately, for XV.
Wow, that might have been a bit of a too high expectation for them, but either way, XV is still leading actually in this GVG as they're up 2-1. And they had a very solid opening in the round, actually finding the early pick on the, I think it was a Scrapper. And although the Scrapper got res, instantly he got down again in the aftermath of that engage. And then finished off very good opening by XP, but in the end it was not enough to win the round as RKM managed to find a good spike and from there took control of the round. Finishing off first off the Tempest and afterwards the Chronomancer, I believe.
Here we go, set to go for the next round. It is round number 4 now, and RQM able to survive that round actually. XV, again, it was a little too much extension over there, and that split definitely hurt them. As they were trying to focus on the RQM downs, RQM just able to pick off XV's players from the backside and managed to confirm those kills. Again, still a very slow round from both sides, though RQM still able to come out on that round. We'll see if XV commits like that again, but this round a very good one for RQM. They hope to maybe get more in this fight. Of course, the match has been determined, but RQM still wants some fight left in them. Still want to go out with some wins here, and of course, just a lot on the line for them to prove something, regardless losing the tournament at this point, but still want to prove a lot to them. And of course, they are more or less the regional winners for the NA side, so they still have that second place regardless.
I mean, second place, but second place is just the first loser, right? So I think
the shade is thrown, should I say?
I think RKM will also kind of feel that way. These guys are very competitive. They want to win, and if they don't want to win, or if they don't win, then they are not satisfied.
I understand that, yeah, and of course they want to be better next time. So it doesn't happen. It's hard luck on their side. They could maybe get it the next time, but who's NA? NA is RQM. XV is EU. And I think again, like, XV is the top GVG guild, right? So really, it's not like RQM had to be like the heavy favorite to win this. It was actually, they are more or less playing the underdogs in this matchup here, right? XV being the top players of EU right now, so, and in general the fight scene. So it's not like they went up against very closely matched skills. I'd say XV still comes out on top in terms of skill level. Of course, RQM very skilled in their right, but XV's just been a different breed so far here. And as we go in towards the second start of this fight here, and let's see what goes on. XV targeting that Tempest a little bit. Of course, not going to be able to do anything with that Tempest. Gonna have to do something else. RQM forces the bubble to come out, and they managed to get some well-timed bubbles. Ooh, huge spike lands, but XV able to slowly get their players out. No, the Firebrand's still down here and manages to finally get their Firebrand back up. Of course, they've lost the Tempest over there in that exchange.
How did they lose only the Tempest though? They had 4 downs there. Managed to get 3 of them. Unfortunately, the Tempest does get finished off, and now also the Renegade on the side. So XV now down 2 players. And they'll start dropping people also through the Illusion now running out. And it's going to be RQM completely taking this victory very cleanly. Found a huge spike on top of the XV players. It must have been a gravity well with a well spike somehow managing to catch XV a bit unaware. I think also, like, right before that spike happened, a couple of XV players got caught in some entanglements and saw like 2 or 3 stuck a little bit on the side, and not even being able to regroup with their players means that the XV support was a little bit too spread out. RKM was able to convert that into a very solid spike, and XV was unable to recover from there.
Well, there's a very good round, actually, very great round actually from RQM. They're able to get the bubble. I feel like that bubble, you know, for me it seemed a little bit forced out of them. But you know, if that was actually the plan to have dropped rather than acted upon on the situation, very well timed, catching 4 players, and then the gravity well just too strong. Yeah, I think they managed to get 3 players, but the illusion just not enough to keep them up. But weird, only the Tempest actually got confirmed as a kill. I thought they'd get at least 2 out of the 4, but either way, they managed to finish up the rest of them, and they won them the round.
He needs to be a little bit more careful, I guess, about the spike here. Of course, definitely something that can still catch them off guard, and seems like they have some difficulty at least with dealing with it for now. RKM successfully focusing on coordinating their damage on top of the spike a little bit harder here, finding multiple kills here, successfully converting them as well.
RKM is the current superior guild since they won the most recent round. Yeah, I like the way you think. Each round updates with the GVG King. Well, let's see who's the GVG King of this round as we head towards the next round. Is 2-2 right now, with XV, of course, the clear winners. RQM actually reveal out here of some sorts, and XV is going to punish that, and oh, gonna manage to catch that Renegade over there, and no, actually able to make it through. Now both guilds back and back here, and RQM comes out with the first bubble, manages to get a good pull here on this Renegade, and they do go down. Now XV is gonna be able to revive that player, but RQM still forcing another bubble out, not giving that Renegade a chance to go, but they make it back to their group, and now XV able to withstand this fight. Now RQM unable to get anything on that exchange as their own player goes down.
2 kills off RKM now going down here. One of them finished off, so XP now with a player advantage, even though they were on the back foot from the start of the round. Managing to find a single target still and converting him as well. Now RKM cracking a little bit under the pressure of XP. Another single target does get finished off here. That was the Firebrand. RKM completely cracking here. One more downset also on the side of XP, but revive comes through quite easily as XP has the pressure upper hand and they take this round. Very surprised actually that XP managed to win that one. RKM had such a strong engage, finding the Renegade and Scrapper in the bubble at the opening and keeping them stuck in there for a while. XP had so much trouble actually regrouping from there, but as soon as they actually kind of managed to regroup, they turned their attention to getting these single target focus, and they're so efficient with that, so relentless. As soon as they were coordinated again, they find a kill instantly and also cleave it out.
Yeah, and again, I feel like that was, it felt like, you know, not able to get that that kill, and it kind of cost them. And it was very good, like you said, like the Renegade was such a good focus. Even the second bubble, by the way, I feel like if it was just a bit more centered, it would have just a little bit more next to the Renegade, it would have been actually caught and finished, because it looks like they threw the second bubble up, but it was, you know, not on the Renegade exactly. Like the Renegade was just on the edge of it, and managing to actually dodge through one more time, I think helped them. Very unfortunate.
For sure. Also, not really finding the pull to get him back in there, even though he was stripped at the time being. But
and they had a pull. I believe they did have another pull in. I mean, the first one was very well timed, able to get out of it, and then the second one didn't come through. And you know, once you make it back to your group, it doesn't do you any favors here. So it definitely felt like that round should have went to them. Either way, XV is underway here with the next round, as they are now making their way towards the south side of the arena and going to see if they meet RQM. The reveal is strong here, comes out, and RQM might stealth up again, looking like they will, choosing to go back a little bit. And no, they're actually going to go and charge in, and a bubble comes out again. XV just very... Oh, the pull is strong, though. That Spellbreaker gets pulled, and they have to force out a bubble from XV's side. Very well timed pull right there. Not enough to play on the finish there, but still very well timed.
Watch it, Tempest also. Lots of pressure on this Tempest. See if they can get him down. But actually, no. The turnaround of XV is here, and they do find another kill on a Tempest on RKM side. So one player advantage now. Tempest does go down, but it's not strong enough. The single target focus does come through, but the conversion is not there, and RKM starts to crack. Not having enough focus to protect their backline here.
Yeah, there's
Need
another
to focus
player
on, the,
towards
on,
that.
on
And
saving their own
now
people. The
just
revives are not coming through.
too many players getting killed off. The Chronomancer there next, and I believe they will have to call it. The pulls are there. They're getting the players. They're just not able to quickly get them down and cleave them out. So they are able to get what they need to get out of that player. They're able to pull that player in. They're able to single target focus, but they're not able to finish the player into the down state, and that's really not helping them. And so I feel like it's just like they just need that one extra step in getting their play right, and it's just not working for them.
And that's now XV also on match point on the NA server.
Gonna go towards the next round, and yeah, I mean, I would love to see at least another 2 wins here out of RQM. They could maybe do something, you know, but ultimately this is, now we're in the second game, and this is basically match point for this specific match only, right? Not counting the other match. This is a match point here alone. Won the first game. XV won the first game full clear 5-0. And what is basically match point for the second game if you don't take into account the wins of the first game here. And the RQM might lose their scrapper here very early on. No, you don't want to lose a round early on like that. And now they are charging and actually not giving a chance for the players here. And XV's scrapper now going to get targeted. They have to force the bubble out of that just to keep that scrapper up. A bubble, you know, focuses and gets the heal up for their scrapper, though. RQM not able to go through that. Now the bubble does come out for RQM, and that scrapper is just so far away, although just a little over the bubble, and that does not help them as they aren't able to keep that. The scrapper actually still targeted here. Wow, the sustain on that is just so strong.
The player still got revived in the end after being killed 3 times in a row. Actually, he does manage to get back up now. XV still in this round though, not losing any players so far. Actually, no kills confirmed, I think, at the moment. XV kind of retreating to their corner.
And I know they're gonna pull that. And actually, no, they're probably going to lose a couple players. Did they call that off? Actually,
I think this is gonna be a remake. Actually, one of the griefers made it into the arena.
are you serious? Ah, man. Yeah, Griefer made it in, chat. Don't understand why that is the case. Round reset. Looked like a very good round too. Although one thing to say, that the fact that XV kept that NG up the entire time, that scrapper went down 3 times and still didn't get killed. You know, I think a lot of good pulls, and like I said, like it's some good gameplay coming out of Arceum, but the finishing is just not being done enough, right? They're not able to get the player to cleave them down, and when they do get the player to cleave them down, it's just not enough. XV's able to play heals, hard res, you know, illusion. They just keep getting their players back up. They're not allowing them to die quickly.
Actually, that first res that XP made it on the scrapper was a hand res. Just very ballsy to go for that in a situation where you're actually a little bit under pressure, and that's XV. They know when to make risky plays like that, and they know how to make it work.
There we go. Next round is underway as XV is towards the south side of the arena here. Exposed coming out of RQM. It's a very good reveal here, and they have the opener, and XV actually throws out a bubble and really like catches some RQM players off guard a little bit. The focus is on the scrapper, and they do manage to get that player stealthed up here, so XV loses focus on that momentarily.
XV, multiple players down on the backside, just too much pressure on them. Taking a bit too much damage in the how the round played out so far.
And the bubble comes out and it is strong and manages to down the spell break overside from XV. Another focus here right now, and that's the Renegade going to get killed off here. And yes, it is singled out, and the Renegade is now finished up, and XV have to call this now an early favor towards RQM.
RQM is still in this. Only one round behind now in GVG. They can still, defend the honor of North America. Still have a chance.
We'll see if that remains to be the case now. Yeah, they still could tie it up. They have one round to tie it, and then a round after that to win this matchup if they can. Of course, XP has already claimed a huge lead. So 9 rounds total if you count the 5 rounds from EU for XP right now. But again, you know what? If RQM wins the second match, it would honestly do a lot. It would at least, they could go out with a win on the NA side. Because, if they win the second match, it comes down to the rounds. Even though XP has won the first game, at least, RQM could say they've won the second one.
Exactly, that's what they're playing for here, so
yeah,
they are very much so try-harding to get this done.
And now chat is heavily engaged in a trivia fight right now, which gambles their points, or gives them points. I feel like this trivia thing is like probably the best thing that like R2's ever put into this chat. Like, actually the best thing he's put into this chat is this. All right, chat, we are underway. Match point again to XV right now for this match, at least. RQM hope to at least win on their home turf, and the real does come out here. Looks like they're going to reset here, and XV is going to make their way towards them as the reveal was too strong. And they managed to get a player already focused. RQM having to throw out a bubble quickly, and looks like they might be able to down this player right here. It is the Reaper that's downed, and it forces a bubble from their side. RQM able to quickly kite through that. A good kiting here, but then XV drops the next bubble, and it's too much right now. The Renegade goes down from RQM.
Is revived though, does make it out again, but the focus is just too strong. Renegade, of course, having nothing available anymore, is finished off finally. Revive does not come through anymore, and now another player goes down on the side, Spellbreaker. If they finish him off here, it's going to be a very good step towards winning the GVG, but actually XV focusing their attack on the rest of RQM players, not going for the cleave, instead going for the pressure, and they do find another kill out of it, and do convert as well. I think that's going to be it. XV finding now 4 kills into the round so far.
That's going to be unfortunate, as RQM is going to be 2 down on this fight to make anything of it, and just more players going to start getting focused here, and they managed to get another player downstate here, and yeah, they will call that. It is finally done now. XV confirmed the next win in the second match, and that is it, chat. I mean, they've already won the tournament, but they also win the second game as well, and it is 5-3, a bit more even out on this game, but it is not enough to stop XV from claiming their win, as RQM now take their bow in the global finals. XV take the winning bow, and congratulations towards XV, who not only win the tournament, they win Champions of the Mist, they win the bragging rights, and they win a majority of the 150,000 gold prize pool. But really this tournament to them is on the bragging rights. And there you go, the chat is done, the bows have been done, and RQM take their leave, as XV are your reigning champions now. And you know what? We need to get, we need to try and get Shade here for.
Yeah, it's time for our winners interview. Of course, Shade will be very happy that he won the GVG tournament finally. So I'm very interested in what he has to say about this GVG, what happened today. Let's get his insights on the fights.
Let's see. All right, chat. We are going to draw a big giveaway. We'll do another. Actually, we'll do the Path of Fire copy. One Path of Fire copy. All right. All right, create and start. Again, chat, if you don't see it confirmed that you've won, or sorry, if that you've entered the giveaway, it's because, well, we have an option here where it like basically will stop so the spam doesn't, it's not enough. All right, chat, enter for one Path of Fire copy as we get Shade in for an interview. And congratulations to your winners. I feel like right now they're kind of taking their, you must obviously be wondering what they're even talking about right now in their comms. They've won, they're happy. You confirm your win and the tournament and things like that. IY were the previous champions. Now that title has been handed over to XV as your current reigning defending champions of the GVG scene, not only on the EU but the NA scene as well, as NA is EU now. And look at that victory sweep. They take their victory lap. You gotta love to see. I mean, look at that. EU confirm their win in the tournament. Of course, great performance from all guilds in the tournament. Every single guild stepped up to join this tournament, put on a lot on the line, their schedules, everything. It's been a month of drama, matchups, intensity, rivalry, but all came down to the global finals, and we are finally done, chat. A month of matches has been determined today. Congratulations to XV who take the win for EU, and your reigning champions are now here. Of course, don't go yet because exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter for one Path of Fire copy. All right, waiting for more or less. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna wait for him to answer. Of course, chat, get into the giveaway right now. One Path of Fire copy, and of course a 2000 gem code and the legendary giveaway. After that, we're gonna give away the legendary bolt. Of course, not only shout out to the guilds, honestly, shout out to also the the staff, the admins, the streamers and casters, and by the way, the GVG police. Today they deserve some sort of like medal of honor or bravery or something in Guild Wars 2, because they did a lot to keep those griefers out. You guys have no idea. We probably saw 1 or 2 instances with the griefers here in the arena. I'm pretty sure it was a bloodbath over here for the GVG police. You have no idea. And I never looked at it during the stream, but I'm pretty sure they had a lot to make sure that nobody griefed in the other rounds. So you gotta give it to the GVG police. They came out in full force. 30%. We need the behind the scenes probably. 30% of the prize pool goes towards them. So 151,000 gold. I mean, if we want to do exact numbers, 151,611, I think. Multiply that by 0.30%. 45,483 gold will go towards XV and their players. So if they split that up amongst even 20 players with their subs, I mean, each player basically gets about a legendary 2,200 gold. So there were, fights happening the whole time in the stands. I'm sure the GVG police had to pull a lot of weight to make sure nobody griefed all the other rounds. 1 or 2 rounds obviously didn't work out, but you have to shout out. GVG police were literally controlling the riots, right? And then, anyway, shout out to them. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to the guilds that showed up for this tournament. The next tournament will happen. And of course, I'm not done yet. This organization is not done yet. The guilds are not done yet. There will be more tournaments down the line. Probably another 4 or 5 later this year, you know, tops. Let's see. You know, next Champions of the Mists, the next major tournament, I will probably have it promoted in advance. Of course, this was very last minute, but we felt it was necessary to get this tournament done. Regardless of how quickly it was organized, it was necessary because the scene was already being picked up by a lot, and we definitely needed to support the scene early on by this tournament. And you know what? It is a renewed interest towards the GVG scene. The next tournament will be next year, probably in March, where it is more ideal for some of these guilds. And we will probably make it a qualifiers rather than 1 month of matches. We'll probably like play, you know, tournaments in advance every single month. And then like when those guilds confirm their entry into the global or, you know, the grand final tournament, that way, like more or less we have a double elimination for a, you know, major tournament basically. So if we do 3-4 tournaments between September all the way to December, and then one more maybe in January and February, so that's 2. That gives us basically the qualified guilds that will enter in the major tournament in March, and that way we have, say, top 8 of EU, top 8 of NA, and we could finish this tournament instead of 1 month. It takes like a week, 2 weeks. I think that's more ideal, and that is definitely the route that we wanted to go with. Of course, being very, you know, very late towards making the tournament happen, and of course only getting this approved late in April and early May didn't allow us to do it the way that we wanted. We want to do it in terms of qualifiers, kind of like how, you know, more or less teams in sports confirm their entry towards like the Champions League through obviously qualifying and stuff like that. So just as an example, so, you know, 5-6 tournaments in advance. The winners of those tournaments get in and get their qualifiers in, get into the, you know, major tournament, and then maybe we could do one open bracket for any guild that wants to come in and maybe try their chance, right? The winner of the open bracket could make their way towards the you know, major tournament, and then that way gives a chance for other guilds. Right, chat, exclamation point ticket space 1 for a Path of Fire code. Gonna see if no reply from Shade yet. I think still very busy here. Of course, I'm pretty sure they're enjoying their victory right now, so they probably will be too busy to talk. Quick interview, we'll see if it can happen. Shade said he'll do the interview. Oh, perfect. All right. Still in squad with them. All right, perfect. All right. If they're going to do the interview, we'll wait until they join the general chat, and then we'll drag them to the admin chat, and then you want to transfer over to the other server, Gar?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll just wait until they're actually in the admin chat. Well, it wouldn't be dope if you rolled the giveaway before the interview and after, like a little interview sandwich. Yeah, probably. That could work on. All right, actually, chat, yeah. Exclamation point ticket space 1 to actually enter the giveaway. Gonna close this giveaway in right now. You have 1 more minute to enter. I'm gonna close it and then draw a winner. Actually, Shade's ready. Yeah, okay. Let's text him. All right, let's go. Admin chat.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello, hello. Actually, they're deafened and muted. Oh no, there you go. There you go. Shade, can you hear us?
Yes, hello. Hi, I can hear you. Yeah.
Good. How does it feel? A month-long tournament, everything led down to this. You are now, you and XV, all of you are the champions of the Mist. How does it feel? What were you guys talking about when you finally confirmed official first round in the second match? Yeah.
I was just saying, like, to everyone, like, I don't think it's quite sunk in yet for many of us. It's a little overwhelming right now, but yeah, it's honestly absolutely amazing. I mean, I can't say much more than like this is what we've been working for, like over the past 2-3 months. Just all those weeks of constant scrimming, constant losing. It's all led up to this moment, and it's beyond incredible. Yeah, absolutely. So in the first round when we won the first one on NA, it wasn't just about like winning the overall. It wasn't about winning the overall score. It was about winning on both NA and EU for us all the way from the start. That was the goal, and I'm glad that we managed to achieve both those things tonight. Just super happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did. It seemed like you guys tried to go for the full sweep on both. Of course, that didn't end up happening. But either way, I mean, you guys had a huge dominating fashion on the EU side. One of the first rounds on the EU side did seem a little bit competitive from RQM, where they managed to get 2 kills, and then that round was, I feel like, their best round on the EU side. And in the next rounds, it really felt like you guys were very comfortably like pushing the I would say control of the fight. So did you guys have any worry coming over to the NA side on the ping issues? Was it going to be too much of a problem? It seemed that RQM was also very comfortable on the NA side. Of course, they weren't able to win, but they did seem to have that comfort the same way you guys were confident in your EU game. So did that take in any factoring? Ping?
Yeah, I mean, we knew what NA was going to be like with the obviously there's a little bit of ping issues, and I mean, it wouldn't have mattered now because we all transferred with our mains, so the gear wasn't an issue anymore. But apart from that, yes, we knew that there was going to be maybe a slight delay on some skills. So yeah, that did definitely factor into it. But in the end, we were just confident in our own game plan and what we were trying to achieve, and we were confident in ourselves. I think even the rounds that we lost, it was pretty obvious from us what was going wrong because we lost those very quickly.
Fair enough.
Take us through the rounds a little bit. Like,
Oh god.
of course, we were done with the tournament now, so maybe you can give us a little bit more insight in like the preparation you did for the match and the strategies that you planned. So what was the general plan you were going for here?
Well, I don't know if my guys will end up berating me for this, like giving away. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about that now. I mean, for RQM, it was just we knew they've been getting plenty of practice on the EU side as well, with some guilds.
Everybody's like, don't leak in the chat. Don't leak in the chat.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I'm not watching this.
Leak anyway. They don't matter anymore.
Yeah, so you guys won the tournament. Leak, like,
yeah,
it's okay. Leak it, or it's
right.
like it's all fine, guys.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, we knew RQM was taking it very seriously with scrimming on EU to get used to ping and everything. So that's why we did the same thing yesterday. We came over on NA with some mods. We didn't have much time to prepare them, so was a little bit scuffed, but SQ very kindly agreed to fight us yesterday, so that's what we did. And it was mainly just to get used to the NA aspect a little bit, like the ping and everything. So that's what we did for preparation mainly. And this evening as well, just before we started, some of the EU guilds were very kind to organize some scrims for us. Like, even though the guilds went on break, it was Inc, IQ, some boys from TF, I believe, Beam as well, of course. So they organized something for us. That was really nice, and yeah, that's how we practiced. But going to RQM, it wasn't really anything. I mean, yes, we prepared for them, but we just stuck to our game plan. We were very confident in our own game plan, and it was one of two things really. Like, so if one didn't work, we just switched to the other. That's all it was. So yeah, you could see some rounds tonight where some rounds I believe we got pretty much destroyed as well, like instantly, just multiple people going down because it was very obvious what was going on. I was over pushing. That is kind of the risks of our strategy, really. Like, it's over pushing more than anything else. But yeah, we just simply adapt, regroup, and go next. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, Gar, do you have any other inputs you'd like Shade to leak?
I mean, what kind of things are you looking for? I'm not really quite sure what else I can say.
Why can I ask you, why is EU better than NA?
Why is EU? But well, that's I really cannot speak much for NA. It's the only thing is, and I wouldn't really say it's better or worse. It's more like, I don't know. It's really hard to say like who is actually better, right? Because you can never really control these things properly with the different servers, cross region, and the ping and everything. Like, as much as we try to do cross regionals here, you still can't make everything perfect. So it's hard to say. But just from the EU perspective, I know that when we first started going to GVGs again, like hardcore, to try to prepare for this tourney, it was quite competitive on the EU side. There were guilds who were doing much better than us, that we would lose to quite consistently. So just I would say probably the overall, there's more guilds probably. Like, just from what I hear, NA there's not really many guilds. Only in the end there was only RQM and SQ, I believe, who were competitive. Like, the rest of the guilds just simply weren't on the same level. Whereas on EU you maybe had like 4 guilds on quite a similar level. So maybe that's what makes a difference. The more competition you have, the better like you drive each other up in terms of level.
Would you say that's more
Very
in terms of
diplomatic answer.
just EU, how they just... Yeah. Now, again, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Yes, EU's games, definitely they were, you know, we talked about maybe 5-6 guilds who were very top tier on the EU side, whereas on NA, it was 2 to 3-ish. And do you think that's more of maybe more active players in the interest on EU side, or is it because I don't know how World vs. World is and GVG is on that side, but on NA, in terms of World vs. World at least, there is somewhat of a competitive side to win for some of the servers. It's not even in terms of just tier matches, really more in the fights, right? Like, guilds have become accustomed to winning the fights and looking to go to tier 2 because of the fights and avoid the whole blob stuff of tier 1. But is that the same culture on EU, or do you find like EU's culture, you know, more than that, a bit more competitive? Because that will determine really why there was lack of players on NA versus EU.
I'm not exactly too familiar with the NA culture as a whole, but I think on EU you have the same really, where there are some groups who don't like to be, for example, they would rather, you know, PPT or whatever to get into the good matchups with the guilds, and if they can't get and if they can't get into those matchups, they will just simply organize scrims. And I think there's probably a much more healthy scrim culture going on the EU side, whereas even before this tournament, and I could be just speaking completely wrong here, I don't know, but at least on the EU side, there was always, you know, like always a lot of guilds just purely scrimming each other. And of course, that keeps the interest going in the GVG scene, despite the lack of arena net support over these years. But whereas on NA, maybe that didn't quite happen, and there weren't as many guilds scrimming each other. So I think that could be a factor for sure. But in terms of the general population for World v World, I think it's a little bit harder to say. Like, you've got a mixture of both, like some players who just like to stack on servers, and others who are more interested in the fights and maybe would spread out to more empty servers just so that they have more fights, for instance. I think in general it's maybe not that much different to NA. Like,
Well, Pubbles is
What
telling
are
me
your-
to stop asking you a lot of hard questions, or I guess thought-provoking questions. Gar, you had something you wanted to say, actually.
What are your plans for the coming weeks and months? Maybe are you going on summer break, or are you going to keep raiding?
I'm not entirely sure because it kind of depends on when the expansion is coming, I guess. So I've been thinking maybe we would keep going at least because XV came from a pure open field background. That's how we started. So maybe it's time to revisit the Borderlands, you know. But after that, I think we'll. Like I said, I was being completely honest. Like I didn't think I could enjoy constant scrimming again after so many years, but as it turns out, I actually do enjoy it. I found myself really enjoying it again. So yeah, I think you'll see us around in scrims as well.
That's very, very nice to hear.
That's fair. Chat, by the way, before I ask one more question, there is a test giveaway. Can you just try and enter exclamation point rigged? I'm trying to see if TD's program can work again because it's not ideal using the stream elements bot. So just enter. I just want to confirm if I can actually close this program or not for the giveaway. So it's just a test just to see if this still works or I have to like fix it later. So just enter and we'll see. So that being said, I mean, yeah, the first, or this being the, I think for this year, this will probably be the only major, I guess, global tournament for the GVG scene. But next year we are planning, and obviously this is the way we wanted to do this tournament. Just the timing obviously didn't make sense. Was to have like qualifier tournaments in advance, right? Like you start from 5-6 months in advance, and like each guild that wins that qualifier basically guarantees their spot towards the major tournament. So you know that will probably happen later this year, at least if we start later this year in September up until maybe December, and then January, February, which means the next tournament, the major tournament, will start in March. Will you guys be back for any other tournaments, or will you guys sit out and maybe watch maybe another guild, see if they are competition enough for you guys to take them on? Or do you guys want all the trophies, all the wins? Are you guys going to come back for future tournaments this year at least?
It's I think it's a little bit early to be. I really appreciate that you guys are already making plans. Like that's actually really good. But I think I know that some guilds, for example, had the feeling that perhaps this tournament dragged down. Although I don't personally agree with that. I think if anything, it's adding to the hype, you know, because you had so many guilds sign up. This realistically was the only way that you could do it. You had to spread out the matches, but I've heard other different points of view as well. Like maybe some guilds feel like it's better to have shorter tournaments. Although those won't be quite as prestigious in my opinion, because as you know, if you
I guess
have
the win
frequent
doesn't
tournaments,
maybe
it's not,
feel as good.
yeah, it's not as meaningful as a tournament with 20 plus skills on one region, 12 on the other, and like overall a global final.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think depending on what happens for us in the future, because it's never easy to say what will happen.
Yeah. I mean,
but if
we've been told, like, I don't know, like some people were, yeah, like you said, the group stages, the regionals, and then the final, a month is too long to draw it out. Some people were like, why don't you do the other suggestion that I just said, like have 4 or 5 tournaments, qualifiers from those tournaments make it into the major tournament. So now all you do for the major tournament is a double elimination from both regions. So that means just the regional finals and then the global finals. So the tournament is only then a week, 2 weeks. Obviously the time frame is why we didn't do that. So that was our answer. Do you think that is a good preference, or like you said, do you think a month long promotes more activity?
I would say that I don't know, because some guilds are a little bit more volatile than others, and the way that you're suggesting now instead of the 1 month one, it's difficult to tell what's going to happen to guilds 5-6 months down the line. Yes, they maybe will qualify, but do they still even exist? Or if, for example, if some of their players leave, and it's just more harder to say, in my opinion. I can see the upside of both, to be honest, as in...
Yeah, they definitely have.
Yeah.
Well, think I'm done with my questions. If there's any other questions, Gar, you'd like Shade to leak out from his guild.
No, I don't have any further questions. Just maybe give some space if he has any, I don't know, closing remarks or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, like, I already said it, but just good job to GG's to RQM tonight for the fights. I think we put on quite a show, regardless of how maybe it was a little bit more one-sided than many predicted on EU. But in the end, it was a good match. Definitely lived up to the hype, and definitely thank you guys for organizing everything. As I said the previous time, like, and I'll say it again, like every tournament has some screw ups here and there, but I think you tried your best, and yeah, mistakes happen, but it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And in the end, I just want to say thanks to my guild members for putting up with me over the last 2 months. I don't think I could have done it with another group of players. Like, they definitely gave me the confidence and the support needed to be able to go through with this whole thing. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to say.
Well, congratulations once again, XV, you're champions of the Mist. I appreciate you taking the time, Shade. Go enjoy with your guild. I'm sure you guys are gonna, I don't know, have some fun now in some Discord and things like that. So enjoy your win until we see you next time, maybe in the next tournament, maybe next year, whenever. The GVG scene will be here and it is here to stay. Once again, congratulations on your win. Well deserved, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.
Appreciate it. All right, chat. We still have the, well, it's not a bait giveaway. Exclamation point ticket space 1. We're giving away a 2000 gem code, and then after that, we'll open up the giveaway for the legendary Bolt. So stick around. We're not done yet with the giveaways. So your champions of the Mist, XV, have won and claimed the title right here, the bragging rights and their share of the prize pool, 30%. About 45,000 plus gold goes towards their players. So you're choosing if they spread that amongst all of their substitutes or just the players that played. We'll see. But there you go. The Pathfire code, yes, already went through. QQ, I texted you on, I DM'd you on Twitch. Check your Twitch. Twitch DMs. So yeah, we gave away the Pathfire code already. Should be there. Anyway, chat, enter for this 2000 gem code, and then we'll draw a legendary Bolt after this. Should be done after that. Of course, we do have the end credits, by the way. We do have some end credits that was put together. That will thank everybody that helped set this tournament. And again, the community itself for giving GVG a chance. Well, Gar, it's been a month-long turn of events. Are you ready for like a break, even though like we just announced a Beetle tournament a couple streams ago?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm quite exhausted from all this. Of course, I also stepped into the admin team in the middle of the tournament, which was, you know, a little bit extra work even. But I mean, overall, I'm glad the way it ended up going. I think we managed quite well, and yeah, but also a little bit happy now that it's over and it's done with, and
There's sort of like a finally it's over.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely great. And again, like I'm honestly happy I got to organize the tournament, and a lot of people that came to help organize the tournament, the admins, the staff, the police, streamers, casters, the community, the guilds for honestly playing in June, a month that's known for them to take breaks usually. So it, you know, we had a lot of ups and downs, but it came through at the end. So glad that we were able to get this done. It was really been a fun event. Yes, maybe a little too long. We'll see. Again, there is some pros and cons, as Shade also mentioned, right? Like, it feels maybe more deserved when you win after a month long of events versus if you know, play 3-4 tournaments in advance and then one of those guilds 4 months later decide not to be able to play. So things like that. So there we go. Chat, exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter for a 2000 gem code. Going to close this giveaway in 1 more minute, and then we're gonna draw the winner, give it to the winner, and then after that, legendary Bolt will be given away. And then of course the end credits of the tournament will take place here shortly. It has finally come down to the global finals, and XV has claimed both matches on EU and NA. A full sweep on the EU side, coming out with a 5-3 victory on the NA side. Hard luck to RQM, but they fought till the end. They didn't quit even after the first round loss in the NA game. They went over for the full game on the NA side. So congratulations to the champions, the runner-ups, and all the guilds, the finalists on both EU and NA, and the remainder of the guilds that did participate to the tournament. It has been an exciting month of matches, but it has been over, determined here, and you have your final champions of the Mist. Congratulations again to XV. All right, let's draw a winner. Who's going to win? Make sure you actually say something in chat. Harata, congratulations on your win. You have won a 2000 gem code. Congratulations. Of course, chat. Make sure you follow the socials and join the Alliance Discord. You can find me on YouTube for guides and podcasts, Twitter for updates, Discord and Instagram, and of course the Alliance Discord. So I've got my own stream Discord and stuff like that. So next month, we're actually going to go with a fashion show. We're going to go with the Beetle Race tournament that Garfield and I are actually probably getting done. I don't know. You said we're still almost on that trailer, Beetle Race trailer.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Probably
Sounds
this week. Will be
So
finished.
should be up soon. Of course, chat more details on the Beetle Race tournament next month as we get into July. And I have a Twitch celebration stream for getting Twitch partners. We have a lot to celebrate. We do have a lot to celebrate. Did they actually comment in chat? Let's see.
I don't think the bot actually said who won in chat, so
It didn't say who won?
I don't see it, no.
You got a partner, congrats. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Yeah, I did. I did yesterday. So it was actually a cherry on top to get it by the end of the tournament. Love to see it. It did not say who won. Oh, are you serious? This player here, let me add them. Oh, it's Leherata or something. I don't even know how that name's pronounced. There you go. Okay. That is weird. What is wrong with the programs today? They're all broken. All right, doesn't matter either way. Congratulations on your code giveaway. I will whisper you on Twitch so nobody could see it. Congratulations. Nice, nice. Following only since 3 hours ago. Wow, somebody who's only been following for that long has won. Nice. Enjoy your 2000 code. All right, now let's open up the giveaway for the legendary Bolt. Mark giveaway is complete. Yes, mark giveaway is complete. Back to giveaways. All right, so for this giveaway chat, I will need you to have your account ID ready. So make sure you do. All right, let's go. Exclamation point ticket space 1 to enter. I need to figure out how to change the command on stream elements, to be honest. I don't like that. But although it actually weeds out the bots, so here we go. And of course, shortly after, we're going to play the end credits to thank everybody for the tournament. And while we're doing this, so exclamation point ticket space 1 chat to enter for this Vault giveaway. I'm going to just place that like that in the mail. Make sure you showcase it. So once again, XV, your winners and champions of the Mist. Congratulations to them, as they have won the global finals here. We are not done yet. There will be more GVG action later this year. We are still planning for more to come, right? The scene is growing and will only keep on growing, right? The more activity, the more... And honestly, this arena, you have to give it to ANET, particularly CMC, for getting these right before this tournament. It really helped a lot. Like, a lot of the prize pool was going to be towards the donation or this transfers, and because of this, the prize pool will also now just be basically just distributed for the guilds. So, you know, big shout out to CMC for getting this done for us. And you know, like, even if like nobody is going to plan the tournament, like, it gives more reason for guilds to scrim each other now. It just opens up so much avenues for this, and that's really what matters. The fact that guilds have the freedom to do this now is a lot of excitement. Chat, if you don't see it confirm your entry, it just means that, I don't know, the bot is also here problematic. I don't know, TD's program's not working today, and this one on Stream Elements is not working. Yikes. It's a little bit yikes. But yeah, the tickets are for the giveaway. So exclamation tickets space 1 to enter for a legendary Bolt. If you don't get a confirmed entry, it's just the program or the chat maybe options are, you know, I think they, after X amount of messages, it will count it as spam. So it's been counting that particular message as spam. If you don't get a confirmation that you've entered, don't worry, you have actually entered. I am looking at the entrance and it is going up. It is rising. Make sure it's exclamation ticket space 1, right? There has to be a space between the ticket and the number. Right, I want to rate a small time streamer. So, any suggestions, Gar?
Let's see. We have Rom. I think Rom is still streaming Master Duelist Finals.
Oh, is he? Like, how far is he though?
One. It's hard to say. He's still streaming matches, so I think.
Can you ask him how many more are you planning to go? I heard there's a small streamer who would kill him. Yeah, let's see if Roy is willing to come in for an interview. Up to... Alright, well, we'll ask him. Yeah, I mean, can someone let me know if Rom will... Because if Rom really is gonna keep going, then we'll definitely just host him. You want to buy the legendary Bolt from this giveaway? Or not, well, we'll host them anyway because it does seem that they're going on with their games, so that makes it easier. I will do Rom with his Master Duelist Arena tournament.
Rom has been hosting us quite a bit actually during the tournament.
Yeah, we did. This is a reminder. Actually, I already did take that. Yeah. All right, chat, exclamation point, ticket space 1 for a legendary ball to draw the winner. And then should be good. Actually, 1 second here. Wow, actually, we do have Roy now in the chat with us. Roy, the boy. Hello, friend. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Well, it is a little hard luck on your end, but I mean, a huge shout out for you and RQM continuing with the rounds and actually still taking some wins over there. Is there anything you'd like to say?
No, I mean, just congrats to XV. They played better than us. They beat us fair and square. More than fair and square, really. Let's be honest. And yeah, no, it's GG's.
It is a GG's. Is there any round in particular or anything that you saw where you felt like there was some good, openers or kiting that you felt like you were happy of, proud of? There were some good rounds that you guys took. So anything in particular that you guys...
Huh? Sorry, what?
Oh, I was saying any rounds in particular that you guys felt like were very, yeah, you guys really liked in your favor? Like any rounds that you've won that you just were very happy that you took them?
I mean, obviously we did better on NA, right? Which I think is to be expected. We have the ping advantage there. I think we could have just played a lot better on EU and done a better job. And maybe we could have taken some more rounds, but at the same time, it's like, maybe we couldn't have. I don't know. It's honestly just like at this point, I'm kind of just past it, and I'm just kind of thinking about what's next. We can't win everything. Can't win every GVG. I mean, heck, at this point, I'm I'm pretty used to losing, I guess. When it comes to cross region, right? So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I don't know. It was just they were the better guild today, and that's all there is to it.
I like that thinking. What is next, actually? So, is there anything you guys plan to do? Does RQM plan to take a break? Obviously, this is like
we're
now the
dead, dude.
Huh?
I said we're dead, dude. That's it. No, I'm gonna slink back, my tail between my legs, and never show my face. No, I don't know, man. We're certainly not gonna be playing right now. I don't know what the plans are in terms of the guild. I mean, there's some stuff that I'd like to do in terms of like community things. I took a pretty big step back from like the hard stuff. I mean, I wasn't really getting too involved with the hard stuff with like Teapot and all, but I'd like to try and get more involved with it now that the tournament's over and I have more free time. So I'll probably be focusing on that a bit. I don't think I'll be doing any like actual playing so much as I will be like trying to organize stuff for at least the foreseeable future. But there's an expansion coming out. Who knows? See what happens.
That's true.
Is there going to be a Roy streams maybe?
It's possible. Not that I think anyone will want those, but nor should they. But who knows?
I heard from Heartstock that one of the requirements is stream 12 hours every day.
Yeah, that is in fact one of the requirements, and I will. So I guess I'm out because I'm not streaming Guild Wars 2 for 12 hours a day. That's not happening.
Well, anyway, whatever is next, Roy. Again, you did mention you wanted to do more and organize more soon this year. So I honestly look forward to whatever tournaments, whatever events you plan out in the foreseeable future. And you did mention you wanted to do also some of your own side of tournaments. So I can't wait until you announce the future tournaments that you have mentioned you wanted to do. So good luck with everything. And yeah, if there's anything you want to close on, and that's all really. Floor is yours again.
No, just as always, you know, GG's and thanks for the tournament. Thanks to the organizers and whatnot, and all the participants. Again, congratulations to XV and Shade. I think before the tournament, they were a little bit more casual when it came to GVG. Not that they were like necessarily a bad guild at all, but I think they were a more casual GVG guild, sort of, compared to some of the guilds that were playing at the time. And then when the tournament got announced, they really just went all in. And I think it was extremely impressive. And very admirable how they approached the tournament and approached approving and whatnot. And yeah, so I think the win is well deserved for sure. So yeah, congratulations to them, GG's, and I hope people enjoyed watching. Wish we could have done a bit of a better show, but you know, it is what it is. Obviously, you know, shout out to my guild. Love you guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for following me, and I guess I will see you guys next time.
Definitely. Well, best of luck with whatever it is you plan to do with organizing, and of course GVG. It's not over yet. There's more activity on the scene. Best time to maybe try a couple more of these tournaments this year. So we'll see, as you know, and of course with CMC putting this arena for us, definitely expect to see more people scrim regardless if anything gets organized or not. I feel like the tools are now there for the guilds to grow the scene.
All right, I will talk to you guys later. You take it easy.
Take it easy, Roy. Thanks so much for stopping by.
See you.
All right, chat. If it tells you failed to enter the giveaway because there's too many tickets, it's probably because you've already entered. So don't worry about it. And yeah, I don't know why this bot is also broken. I feel like nothing is going right with these giveaway bots today. Anyway, chat. Exclamation ticket space 1 for a legendary balt giveaway. We're gonna close this giveaway, roll the end credits, and probably host Rom with his Master Duelist tournament next. But yes, we also have a special thing added in for the tribute, so it's gonna be really nice to see that. Some people will actually know what it is. Well, you guys will all see it now. So yeah, there we go. AFK timer. Oh boy, warned me a little too late. Oh, of course, I forget that it is delayed for you guys by like some seconds. 12ish or something. Can we wait like 20 more minutes? I think we're rushing this giveaway anyway. No, yeah, we're good. Legendary Bolt. It's been 8 minutes. Of course, I appreciate the sarcasm. I'm never early with any of these giveaways. I think just yesterday we had one that went on for like 49 minutes. It says a lot. It says a lot. Gotta milk it? Yeah, we gotta milk it. All right. Last minute. Yeah, last minute. Let's go, chat. Last minute. Exclamation point ticket space 1 for a legendary bolt. I'm gonna close this exactly as it says 10 minutes right now. It's at 8 minutes 50 something seconds. So 1 more minute left. Please, chat. Make sure you enter. Make sure you have your account ID ready in case it selects you. So yeah. Have your account ID ready, please.
Come here.
I don't have that. All right, Gar. Well, you know, it's been amazing to cast, but our time is over with this tournament. Can't believe it's over. It felt like we just started it, but it's done now. What do we do? Like, I know we have like our Beetle thing planned, the Beetle race tournament in July and things like that, but what do we do now?
I mean, I got plenty of things to do, you know. There's also like alliance stuff that we can work on and
Yeah, that's true. Yes, we can do that too.
things like that. Of course, I still play Dub with my guild, so let's get back to that.
Yeah,
I'll be right.
that's true. That feels good, but I guess I'll just go back to making money or something. All right, chat, let's draw a winner. Yeah, we do have things going on. Before we draw another winner, yeah, it will definitely we'll wait for the next one. Obviously, we're not gonna do a big one like literally after we just finished this one. This one took a lot of effort, and so this is probably something we'll do again later, but not now. But it is on the works for the foreseeable future. You know, like this was to me something I wanted to do for a long time. So to be able to not only run GVG, because like to me, like I am a WW player at heart, but really because I've been wanting to do something of grand scale, and it feels like, you know, while I'm not very well in towards the raid scene, I'm not into I don't mind PvP because I have actually helped organize some tournaments way before I was even a streamer, but to me WW was like my calling, and I was just happy to be able to run such a tournament with a team of people, and honestly everybody helped out in every single way. And again, the guilds for actually giving it the chance and participating, even though it was not at the right timing for some of them. I appreciate them all putting some of their time for this. Am I gonna stream more frequently now with the momentum of the tournament? I mean, I've been streaming frequently for the last 5 months. This has been the longest I've streamed without taking a break. I streamed a lot in 2020, but if you put it together, I probably took a lot of breaks because real life work, and then I had surgery, so like obviously didn't help well. So you know, but like I'm good. Like I'm fully recovered. My heart's doing well. You know what? We're good to go. I already took my blood thinner, so you know I'm ready for at least for the next 24 hours. But yeah, again, like I want to run more. I want to organize more things. We already do fashion shows. We've done beetle races. We've done Griffin Showcase, jumping puzzle speedruns. So we've done all that, and we'll continue to keep doing all that. And of course, I plan to do a lot more GVG stream content in the future. You know, I'm not just gonna do it only for tournaments. Like this, to me, I will do every now and then during my streams. So I hope you're well after the surgery. Yeah, I mean, so I had the surgery in August, so I've been very well. I had another surgery 2 months ago, or like literally this month actually. I had another surgery this month, but it was to do something else, or related to that surgery, but it was more about a very bad, I guess, post-surgery mix-up that happened. So all right. Content creator draft pick GVG when? Oh, honestly, not bad. Yeah, not bad. Was that surgery in March? Well, look at that. We're survivors. All right, let's go, chat. Make sure you have your account ID ready. The giveaway has been closed for a while now. Legendary Vault. Who's going to win the Legendary Vault? Let's go. And then after that, we'll put on the end credit scene. There we go. Congratulations to, let's see, who's it gonna be? Draw a winner. Congratulations to Dominus Wrecked on winning the Legendary Vault. Let us go. Here, you gotta put your account in the stream chat below.
Domi won. All right. Domi is a long-time GVG player, so also very involved with organizing GVG tournaments in the past. So I think that's a very nice winner for this last giveaway, actually.
Well, congratulations. There you go, Domi putting their account ID. Of course, people are talking in chat. I can't copy their name. Lose the tournament, win the giveaway. Look at that. Well, there you go. Of course, they are going to get another percentage of the prize pool. So, like, it's not like they aren't getting something. They still are going to get a huge amount. And they are, at least in terms of the tournament standings, they are second place in the tournament. So, it's not for nothing. There you go, Domi. Congratulations on your win. Legendary Vault. I gotta copy paste that. Oh, sorry. I gotta screenshot that. Easy win. There you go. Congratulations on your win. All right, chat. We're going to take our leave, but not go yet. We have socials for you to follow if you'd like to keep up with the stream. We also have the end credits now that we are going to showcase, and a special tribute. So enjoy this. It was put together by Atros. He did this over a month. So, and you know, special shout out to Noxy. She actually made the tournament trailer that you guys saw. So There you go. GVG tweet if you want to tweet that out. And of course, anything else that you enjoy, just follow the stream, keep up with everything. We'll be back with more things. I'll be live tomorrow probably. I know, like we just finished this month-long tournament, but I'll be live tomorrow. You will see me live tomorrow. It is Sunday. I don't stream on Mondays, but I'll be live tomorrow anyway for a chill stream. So you can catch me all, and yeah, let's get to 10,000 followers on Twitch, 5,000 on YouTube, etc. Join the Alliance Discord, all that good stuff. And yeah, once again, I appreciate everybody that came out for the tournament. Congrats on your Twitch partner. Thanks so much, Roy. I appreciate it. So yeah, on that as well, we will have a Twitch partner celebration. But chat, enjoy this. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to mute Gar, and we're going to go towards the end credits. Enjoy this. Appreciate everybody that came through, the community, the guilds, the staff, the police, admins, streamers, casters. Thank you all for being a part of this tournament. It's been an honor to host this. I hope there's more to come, and there will be more to come. I appreciate everybody for giving this a chance. Thank you all, but I will see you when I see you tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the end credits, chat. It's been a pleasure.
Like if he wasn't there, it was, I don't know, it didn't feel as lively.
Yeah, if Lovi was on, you knew it was going to be a good night. He brought the light to our groups.
And then we have Mez here going, what the fuck are we doing?
Now we're really all retarded.
Always trying to put on a show, anything.
Who's Keck?
Literally any time that we were playing together, it was just there.
Yo, let's mass report that guy. What the fuck?
Make ourselves laugh and make other people laugh. Just have a good time.
I do miss him a lot. It's almost like if you had somebody that you loved a lot, right? Like a significant other. And then they just, one day they're like, oh fuck, I don't love you anymore. And then they left, right? It kind of feels like that.
It's weird, like especially like looking in Discord DMs and reading your past messages from the guy, and it's like that's always gonna be there, but you're not gonna get it ever again. It's a hard thing to cope with, I guess.
And they're just like not in your life anymore,
I'm not here too, bro.
Hell yeah, dude, party. Please look at strips, by the way, if you have the chance.
Oh, I'm screenshotting that. I was strips Necros once.
Yeah. It was in it's like an energy. He was always pumped up, like super jazzed to be there to play with the guys, even if we were it's like World v World. We've done this stuff 100 times, and it's some nights it's just the same as the last night, but it's always different when he's there. He's always just amped up, yelling a lot, cussing, just having a good time, and I really like that energy about him.
Apparently Indo's asking how many we have.